Hello, Craig. Hello, GameBot. I know your dad's. Um, last time on Well Dressed Bones, Fish was disassembled and reassembled like a child getting into your Legos. So, Fish disassembled just meat, absolutely zoobled. Was was very painstakingly put back together and reconstructed by Cal. Eventually, Elise was able to join her with Oscar guiding, and were able to put Fish into some semblance of wholeness. At the same time, May and Henry were exploring more of the ruins, kind of locking it down and preventing these strangers that have helped the Americans kind of take over the town and occupy it from getting close enough to disturb Cal, as well as finding out a lot more about kind of why this ruin exists, what the ancients were trying to do here, that being create new, better vessels for the faceless ones. Um, Sort of taking some of those old experiments and shifting them, not using them for their intended purpose. May and Henry, but especially May, were able to find old experiments that could assist in Fish's resurrection. Um, with Fish finally brought back to life as everyone going through a very torturous period of time. Everybody tired and weak and hungry, even with Oscar having provided some food, and still in a very precarious situation, being uh, in a dangerous ruin with enemies and potential enemies outside. Um, we left off with Fish coming back to life, not just from death, but from actually beyond death, slipping over that event horizon into the unknown beyond before being yanked back. And as Fish was brought back with seemingly a little bit of help from their godly father, um, Fish came back to life, and as they opened their eyes and just before they started summoning Kekino again, they uh, they blinked open their eyes and saw overlaid over the surroundings Cal and Elise above them, uh, holding them together and channeling magic into them. Fish also saw almost invisible a network of green threads running through each of these people, through Fish and through each other, um, and as uh, as 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 Fish came back to consciousness, layered over this living sight with the sight and feeling of death, there is a moment where you can't see, but you can hear your father and Kekino speaking. First, your father sounding to breathe heavy, although, what would it take for a god to be affected like that? All right. Oh, yeah, let's roll him back. Thanks. Thanks, Thanks, Granddad. You helped a lot, and Uncle Aiden helped a lot, and May helped a lot, and I guess Elise helped a lot. And thank you. Of course. Yeah. Go back to him now. And as the threads start to fade, John was supporting you invisibly the entire time. You are
I
muted,
bet he
so I
was.
can't hear your counter argument. John was
John
helping the entire time.
swooped in.
Listen,
But-
you rolled those 2 nat ones, and John was like, "Oh."
Someone I can only do so much. But as Fish sits up and immediately casts
Find
Find
familiar.
Familiar, Kekino is reborn from the water in Fish's blood, not the blood itself. And so Kekino comes to shedding a red powder of desiccated blood as he joyfully leaps onto his dad and purrs loudly, audibly, as he learned from Swifty. As Fish is alive, the others sort of collapse into their own recovery from this incredibly strenuous use of magic.
Mm-hmm. I would like to please do a, maybe not self-insight, but a self-perception of what is missing.
Mhm.
Taking
Where's my
stock.
dick?
No, we know that the dick is there.
Where's my third testicle?
Yeah, where are my balls?
Just stock take, what's missing? Okay, the fingers, but like what else, if anything?
Give me a perception check.
Good thing I don't need my appendix.
Okay, with 4 exhaustion
Fish got
levels.
Madeline.
With 4
exhaustion
exhaustion levels.
and 1 health. To be clear, you are now at 1, not -16.
Okay, excellent. But like, what do I take away from the roll being
-4.
at?
Okay. Yeah.
4 then.
Okay. With a 4, you start to sit up and
Pardon me,
find
6.
Oh, 6. That does make a difference. You start to sit up and find that your muscles fail you, just as overtaxed as they are. You focus then on not what you have, but what you can move. Muscles shaking as you push yourself up inch by inch. There's a lot of gore on you and a lot of residual magic. You find that your eyes may be disconnecting and reconnecting. Turning it on and off again doesn't really work when it comes to ocular neurology. You find that your vision is rapidly like glitching, cycling between your elder sight and your normal vision, and you're looking for things, but suddenly you're not looking at skin, you're looking at your own magic, and then back to skin, and it's difficult to concentrate. Dick, there, 100%. First place you check.
And you're not wearing clothes, and you're surrounded by people, so everyone did just see you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're fine with that.
You find 1, 2 testicles, although there is a mysterious lump down there that is missing. Something that you never got checked out.
It's benign, otherwise we would have heard about it before.
And as you reach out to kind of examine things, that's when you realize that your fingers are missing. With a 6, I think it is hard to wrap your head around being alive, being here, feeling whole, and not being whole. And I think that is kind of where your perception ends. Um, uh, Someone else who's not fucking exhausted, like May, can do a perception check and be like, "Is Fish all together? Everything here?"
I mean, May has 1 exhaustion level, so...
Yeah. Well, it's still a -1 with your +10. But yeah, I think you sort of focus on the hand and just see that Kekano has hustled off your chest and is kind of like pushing on your lower back to help you sit up in your weakness, and is now looking at you with concern as you stare at your hand.
Yeah. And I lean down to the best of my ability, going "Ugh!" in pain. Give him a kiss on the head, and look
You
out.
almost lose your balance and fall off.
Cool. And go. "Ugh!" That didn't happen. Don't worry about it. Look around at everyone and give him a smile. But also like, could I have some pants, please?
Cal, I think, is like, oh yeah, pants. May, do you know where the spare scrubs went?
I don't think you need them. Fish is
I
kind of
would
like
like to. I would like to have them, Elysium.
Fine.
Yeah, May immediately, like, rummages around.
Yeah, Cal goes, ew, pervert.
Okay, cool. So Dr. Scrub pants. That's like it'll do. It you
Yeah.
know.
Nice and loose.
Lots of room
Yeah.
for the balls.
Yeah, these pants like a ballroom. Sorry, a grand castle, big ballroom.
Yeah.
Right.
No?
Okay, cool. The
Yeah.
new White House. Does that
Mhm.
track? Yeah. Cool. Nice.
Oh, I mean, he hasn't built it yet.
Oh, well, he's working on it.
Mm,
Okay, well, Fish will ask the 2 least awkward people that they can calculate at this time to help put the pants on, and that's May and Oscar. Like,
Yep.
I'm currently not having anything to do with either of you in ways of it's the least weird to me. Sorry.
Yeah. May's like a hot sister to me. It's
I wanted to get in on that, but she ended up dating Sinner too soon, unfortunately for me.
yeah. I totally
What
would
can
have,
you
and
do?
now it's just too far. Like, nah.
yeah, of course, May. Like you bunch the pat leg up, so it's like really easy to just get the 3. Yeah, shows that. Is Oscar awkward about it a bit?
Oscar is like approaching this kind of like halfway between like a medical assistant and like somebody who has helped a lot of drunk or injured people get dressed and undressed. Former bull rider. So you're like bunching up the pants and like getting them on and kind of struggling, and Fish is struggling a little bit and is kind of in pain. Oscar like goes over and like wraps around the waist and just like lifts up in kind of a clean and jerk to like get the pants over the hips, and then sets Fish down. Like, you need like cooperation from Fish, and Oscar doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Thanks, guys. That's better. There's a lot of you here, and I want to talk to all of you except Elysium.
Rude. I saved your
Thanks.
life, Fish.
Thanks for the help.
And when Caligulus wanted to erase your tattoos, I said no.
You did it, right? Is
Cal
that-
goes, did I say that? Wait, did I say that?
Elise is like giving you a small smile, and then you're too tired to get the joke. She instantly looks guilty and goes, "No, I guess that was in my head."
Okay, good. Thanks, Colliginous. And just thanks, Colliginous. And everybody. Henry, I'm alive.
Yeah,
I'm your dad.
yeah.
Did you know that?
I got told
It's
Hi.
nice to meet you. I'm Fish.
Hi, Fish. I'm Henry. It's nice to meet you too. It's nice to have you be alive. Thank you for coming and getting me.
Of course. Of course.
I think through the sort of like flashing vision and haze of pain, you're seeing a lot of familiarity about Henry, and you suddenly see the eye and recognize it.
And just immediately know what it is.
I think it is like you're like seeing Jonas's magic and kind of like flinch back, and then it changes to the eye, and you're like, ugh.
Yeah, right. Okay, so then Fish is looking at Henry and just like smiling at him and being like, "Oh yeah, I get to. There's my boy," and that just kind of the look slides into neutrality, not goodness, and they go, "Oh, how you doing?"
I've been better, to be honest, but I thought that you were dead forever, and so I guess I've been worse too.
Good attitude. I love that. And don't worry, we will be getting better as soon as we get the fuck out of here. That's the plan right next, guys. Yes? We're leaving?
Henry immediately looks around at the others. You know, people are kind of making eye contact, and I think you see kind of Elise focusing on Cal and how weak she is. Oscar, Henry, and May are just kind of like looking around at like the blood everywhere. Kind of, you just now become like aware of kind of like sounds far out of like what sounds like people maybe fighting or talking and yelling. Like you're not quite sure, but it sounds like there's other people around. And in this kind of like moment of silence, as people consider, I think Oscar is like, yes, let's get the fuck out of here.
That's the fucking way to go. Also, I'm in tremendous pain and I can't move, so maybe let's wait.
Oh, yes. No, rest, Fish. And, we'll do what we can.
Well, thanks for everyone coming out to my wake. I'm happy that you're here. The first order of business, I think, is everyone gets to chill out. And I'm the one who was the one who died, so it means that you have to listen to what I say. Kakano, are you up for doing a round of cuddles for therapy for people?
Yes, please.
Wonderful. Me first. And Fish has a genuine moment of hesitating, like looking between Cal and Henry, going, and then just beach volleyballs him into the air. Sorry for someone.
Cal has been slowly leaning on the gurney and sliding off more and more. I don't think it makes any attempt to catch Kakano.
Okay, well then, Fish still volleyballs Kakano, but then once hands are free, then goes to catch Cal before she slips and slides off. Not that they're really gonna be able to be much help, but just I'm holding you.
Grab her wrist and then it slides out of their slimy hand.
Yeah, like,
Um,
oh no, oh shit.
Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Mirroring.
Ink.
It's happening. Fantastic. -4. 1.
You
Dirty
actually
one.
you actually do catch Cal's wrist for a second, which as you have to like lean down to do it, that slight jerk is enough to entirely overbalance you, and you flop down, just fall front flip off the gurney and slam your back into the ground. There is probably like 2 minutes where you are fully unconscious before you come back again.
Okay.
Calvin's like,
Fish
are you
tapped out
dead
for
again?
2 minutes.
Fish.
Just go long.
When you come to again, you see Elise has bundled up her a pile of scrubs to make a little pillow for Cal, and Kekino is under your feet to lift them a little bit because someone told him that would help. And yeah, people are very, very tired.
Am I getting anything interesting or worth noting from these flashes of Eldritch Sight?
It's hard to parse because you're like looking at it for such short periods of time.
Yeah.
You are getting that this is a very magical room. There's a lot of sort of magical constructs in here that seem to be operational. You're also getting like little flashes of magic that you try to identify and then realize is essentially coming from your own blood splatter on various surfaces.
Nice.
So you're not getting a lot of useful information since this wasn't
Okay.
punishment for a bad perception check.
No, that's fine. Really, the only the Fish is just trying to not fixate on the Henry has a Jonas eye in his skull, and not feel a little bit of guilt of like, oh, everyone's fucking exhausted. It's because of me. And they go, okay, well, you know, you all did your best to bring me back, so now it's my turn to take care of you guys.
I hate to state the obvious, but you are, you know, visibly weak.
Yeah, it's the 4 exhaustion levels, but I can tell you have
Yeah.
1 yourself, so you know,
do,
don't.
so I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Haha. Thanks, May. You're always good to talk shop with. You know the game mechanics like I do.
Yeah, I know the lingo.
I can engage with you on not just a narrative level, but a meta narrative level. I do think genuinely, if you have seen Princess Bride, this is a Wesley coming back from the dead, where they're like having to carry him everywhere, and he can barely use his hands. Like level of, you were just mostly dead.
Yeah. Alas, I don't think that there's really anything that Fish can do except just
No.
look around in appreciation at their friends and Elise.
As
I did buy us some time, so I think let's rest and then we'll keep on.
okay,
Yeah.
then I think as we take a short rest, we'll say, as everybody kind of like regathers their strength. May being, having the 1 exhaustion level, but still having some energy because she was just doing stuff. Maybe just every once in a while activates the cleansing stone, just kind of like slowly mopping up blood essentially, without
Yeah, absolutely.
without too much effort. Um, uh, making a little bit of a safer, more hygienic environment. Everybody just
Actually,
rest.
May would like to talk to Elise at some point because firstly, May doesn't need any type of rest.
Mhm.
Like, she has an exhaustion level, but she's full spell points, full HP,
Yep.
so she can really do actual stuff. But she wants to talk to Elise at some point.
As
Short rest doesn't mean you have to be asleep. It means you can be talking.
as
So-
long as you are doing nothing more than light work, you can still take a short rest. So yes, as you kind of clean up and you're watching Elise, she has actually sat down cross-legged next to Cal to keep an eye on her. But you find you have a moment to approach her, and maybe you could ask her to step away and speak privately if you wanted to.
Yeah.
And in that case, Fish is gonna be like, "Oh, don't worry, hold on. She's not. Listen, Danielle's not even like barely conscious anyway, so she won't even object to me just going and like this."
Yeah, Kel's just passed out being used as a stuffed animal.
Yeah.
Kekin always on top of you, and it's your weighted blankie. Then Elise says, "Yes, May.
I was wondering how you found getting past the throne.
Oh, well, as you're now like able to like actually look at her close up and like pay attention to her, give me a perception check."
Sure. 24.
With a 24, first of all, she's wearing makeup. It's a little bit nicer than you think is outfit appropriate. So maybe she was wearing it before.
Mhm.
She probably had a little touch up on the way to rescue you all. Now it is a little bit worse for wear, but it is kind of like hiding things. You realize between the makeup and just her attitude, seems like a really normal Elise, very like in control and centered. But with the 24, you can see the tiredness, the sort of like development of circles under her eyes. You know that she is holding it together a lot better than Cal. She definitely didn't have to stay up for 24 hours putting fish back together, but she has hiked here. She has gotten through the ruins and came here and done an incredible work of magic, and you see that functionally she has 0 spell points and looks like she has a level of exhaustion, that she is just hiding well. But as you come up to her, she just greets you very, very normally, as if she doesn't want you to notice these things.
Okay.
Well, the throne room. I assume that means the big room with the nasty feeling that makes you sick to your stomach.
Yes.
Gross.
Beauty blender.
Yeah.
Thank you. I don't know any makeup terms, so like, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just got that slightly pointed shape. It's perfect.
Are we sure it was benign?
As she says, "Oh well, we were in a hurry, and we knew that Callie needed our help, so I just put on a little spell so that we could work our way through it. And it was a little mentally taxing, I suppose, but nothing I couldn't handle."
Right. Well, I ask because, if possible, if there's somewhere you can shield us and we can go out the back way, that would be probably a little bit safer than us having to go out past the Americans. I don't trust them. We can, but basically, I was just wondering if you had any way to get us through unscathed, especially with fish being, the dead walking.
Right, of course. Well, the short answer is no. The long answer is maybe after everybody's rested a little bit. Holding people when they're sort of at the edge already is a lot more difficult than um, someone having a little bit more in the tank, so to speak.
Right. Well, I'll check back in with you then. Well, of course, I'm sure we can charm our way through. Worst comes to worst.
And these are the American sanctuary. I'm sure I can make a couple calls, and get us through eventually.
What does eventually mean?
I don't know. Should I start making calls?
Maybe, but let's wait until we're all rested. I'd rather they not know we're here if possible.
All right.
Thank
It
you
would
for
have
coming,
certainly-
Elise.
You're welcome. Cal asked.
I'm going.
Though I
to
could have
a
been
little
here a lot
bit.
faster. She did also ask me to not kill anyone, which was, fine. You know what? No, that works. It is important to preserve life. This is a very sacred duty. It just, it takes longer.
Yes. Right. Well, I'm going to do a little. I'm going to, check that nobody's. Yes, a sacred duty. Right.
Okay. Bye, May.
Jesus Christ. May is going to then take a little look outside where the Americans were before, just to check that, get a sense of, are they close by? Are they still moving
Going back to
the
where
other way?
the invisible wall was.
Yeah.
You go back that way and do a check. We'll continue with the 24 perceptions. You don't have to reroll.
Go on.
I mean, I can make you reroll. We'll see
No,
how that
I didn't
nat
ask
one
that.
treats you.
I said go on.
As you get there, the illusion has long since faded. But finding this as a dead end, you see that you see that the area seems undisturbed, and while you can still hear sounds of people moving around, they're much fainter and more echoey, as if they're coming from farther away from you than they were. You did a very good job sealing off all of these exits, sort of making this look like a cave-in and dead ends. And it seems like you don't know the layout past here, but it seems like maybe that area has been cleared or locked down or something like that. Who knows what you'll find if you actually continue down that way, if you make a little space and come out this direction. It's probably free of any Bayutu monsters, because the Americans would have handled it as part of clearing it. Maybe if they thought this was all a dead end, maybe there's not anyone standing in your way, but that only gets you to the lower levels. That only gets you to the ruins. It doesn't necessarily get you up through the lab and out the perimeter and out whatever they're doing in the town. So you could go out and explore, get a better lay of the land. You think that you are not going to be discovered, at least from this direction, soon.
Yeah, you know what? May will do that very, very cautiously. Like the moment she thinks that, she'll probably head back. But
okay, do you take anyone with you?
I'm thinking whether she would take Oscar or Henry. I feel like Henry probably wants to stay near their dad at the moment.
Henry's not allowed to leave this room, sorry.
Yeah. Okay, May will ask Oscar, but she won't make a out of it. She's just gonna say, I want to, I sort of scope out the rooms ahead and check that we're still somewhat home free.
I did notice that there is another entrance. Are we staying close enough that if there is an emergency, we can get back?
Does Oscar mean the way he came in, past the throne room?
Yes, basically
Yes, yeah.
he's saying like there's more pathways that way. I'm worried that if we leave, we're leaving a bunch of very weak people to like defend themselves while we explore a bit. And it's like that's not a bad argument, but also knowing the way is safe may be worth it.
Yeah. May kind of like nods at Elise and says, even when the Reverend Mother is tired, she's stronger than all of us put together, so I quite trust her to take care of things here.
The blonde woman?
Yes.
She is so scary. I thought I come out into town and I meet her and I say, "Oh, this is a guapo. This is a nice woman." And then she starts talking and she seems really nice, and then she says things and they're concerning, and then we go through the woods and it's even more concerning, and then she goes past the goddamn scary room where I couldn't get past, and then I believe you. I believe you. Yeah.
Yes, quite. And while May is there, she's just gonna casually look at Cal and how are my friends? And like basically cuddling. Can May roll an insight on that?
Sure.
It'd be really funny if I get a low roll.
Yeah, give me a number and I'll tell you.
I
something.
do actually.
You're like,
It's a 10.
wow, they're just
It's
like
friendship
siblings.
Yeah, the
It's a
DC
friendship
10
cuddle.
is friendship cuddle? Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
What does she get from Cal?
Cal's passed the fuck out.
Yeah. Cal is not conscious enough to have
Like,
any
May
idea
look-
what's happening.
Like, Fish is conscious, and they look over, and, like, this is their arm around Cal's shoulder, and they look over and
Okay.
go,
Yeah, okay, cool. May nods, and then leads Oscar out to scope the area.
All right. With you going and Oscar in tow, give me a stealth check.
That's a 12.
Okay, and a 15 for Oscar. As you're going through, you just sort of scramble through this opening that you left yourself rather than opening it up more. And as you sneak along, going slowly, taking your time, you hear some noises. And as you go along, passing branching hallways and rooms and labs, you find twitching or leaking remains of monstrosities, find strange machines running, experiments midway through that were abandoned maybe an hour ago, maybe, several days ago, maybe 2 months ago. No idea. And as you go through, you don't run into anyone. The sounds remain distant. You don't find any creatures lying in wait. And as you go through, do you want to be headed towards or away from where the people are, understanding that where the people are is more likely to have an exit that you can find and that you know the layout of, and away is potentially safer but more likely to have you turn around or find a dead end?
I think May does want to play it safe. Like, she did a good job of just, dissuading the people before to go another way. I don't think she necessarily wants to go towards people, at least while everyone's still quite weak. I think she'll go to Safeway.
Okay. Then go ahead and give me a cartography check.
That's a nat 28.
Wow. Okay.
That's a birthday roll right now.
That is a birthday roll. As your
And hold on, let me ruin it. I'm sorry. Don't forget to take away your 1 exhaustion.
Oh yeah, sorry, nat 27.
as you go through, you realize that you don't know exactly where you are, but you are getting some ideas. You know the direction you've been moving. You start to notice the quality of the hallways is decaying a little bit. There is more hallways that have bare rock facades having fallen away and things broken, and you realize that you are getting closer to the Bayou 2 facility, to the warehouse where the mushrooms are growing, and therefore if you find sort of a central hallway leading out, that's going to be the guaranteed way out, but it's also going to be where everybody is. So you purposely turn away from it. You didn't see Fish's heroic self-sacrifice. You didn't see Cal's blasphemous darts to try to save them. But you did see them from a distance, and therefore you saw that Fish was not taken directly inside this warehouse. Fish was taken somewhere else, somewhere a little bit to the north. And so you start angling yourself north, searching for anything, a smell, a breeze, an ever so slight slope under your feet. And as you march on, there are a few sounds in the distance, some skitters, some growls, but you and Oscar pause and wait them out, take alternate routes, and eventually you find yourself in a short tunnel that it has almost no signs of the ruins left, only just pieces of smooth stone on the ground. The rest of the tunnel just sort of collapsed and rough cut. And in front of it, in front of you is a door. Not a door to the ancients. It was very clearly a more modern door having been installed in the rock. And with a 28, as you slip up to examine it, you find that though it can lock by magical means, it is currently unlocked.
Can May roll perception to see if she can hear anyone through the other side? Not quite as good. That's a dirty 28.
Oh, okay. Including your -1?
So a dirty 27.
A dirty 27, okay. As you listen at the door, you are still hearing sounds of people. They're very distant now, and they're coming from the other direction. They're now almost behind you in the direction you've been moving. There is sound coming from in front of you. It's very muffled, and it's above you. As you realize there's no one directly in front of you, you probably crack the door just a little bit and peek out and find a stairwell. A hidden stairwell leading up. Another exit. Perhaps the one where Fish was brought down.
Okay. How many, what are they called, landings?
You're looking up, and it is a little bit of a silo, so to speak, but there are no actual landings. It is just entirely just a metal spiral staircase pretty crappily built with very insufficient guardrails, but it goes up
Oh.
with the equivalent of what you would think about maybe 3 stories would be, and then it dead ends, and what you can clearly see is some sort of mechanical something, a trapdoor or something like that. And yeah, you think this
Okay.
is an alternate entrance and exit, a way in and out, probably the way Fish was brought in when they were captured. And yeah, you hear some human sounds extremely muffled through that trapdoor, but there's no one here. There's no one around.
I'm thinking May's gonna risk it just to see if she can crack it the tiniest bit.
As you very cautiously go up the stairs, footsteps ringing just a little bit on the metal grating. Oscar is kind of watching your back, looking behind you out the door into
Mhm.
the facility as a whole. You get up and you find the switch, flip it, and almost weightlessly, just very well counterbalanced, the trapdoor starts to lift up. You probably
Switch off that webcam so I can give you a little kiss.
Give me a sec.
We heard that shit.
get a little kiss, put on pants.
Anyway, sorry, go
Adorable.
on.
Adorable. As you go to give it a little crack just to peek out, you see light on the other side, like the golden glow of kind of
May hisses like a
incandescent
cat.
lighting. Yeah. The little golden glow of like an incandescent bulb, but this trapdoor is well balanced enough that when you go to crack it, it just kind of like keeps swinging open, and you could like go to grab it and stop it, and you see more fully into the room. And this looks like a storage shed of some kind. You're in an enclosed environment, and there is no one around, but you do hear the sounds of what sounds like orders and groups of people outside. It may be difficult to escape, kind
Right
of
now. Yeah.
right now. Maybe you might be visible, kind of crossing the facility. There may even be people, keeping an eye on this shed, which you, with that 27, realize that was a outbuilding as part of that facility that you saw Fish headed towards. But this is certainly a way out that you have entirely mapped. You can try and risk it to spy and get more information on kind of the facility. You do know there are people, down below you that you may run into coming back, but you could definitely get more information. You could even, go out and hope nobody sees you leaving and just pretend to be a townspeople and talk to people. Getting caught in the facility is not good. Getting caught in the town, there's tons of people here.
So the storage shed has no windows or anything, like a
No.
fully walled shed.
Yeah.
May is going to go up to the door. Is it very secure? Like she can't. You know how sometimes there's gaps between, like in sheds, like the shitty old.
There
She's like
is
very-
the door is well fitting. The walls are
Okay.
very shitty, like galvanized steel. So you
Yeah.
are kind of like, there's not a crack to look through. I can just get a knife and make one.
Yeah, maybe we'll do that with her thieves' tools, perhaps. Because
Okay. You
proficiency
just kind of leverage just a little bit. You like pop out 2 of the screws,
Yeah, like-
holding the sheet metal to the frame. Take out your multi-tool and unscrew it. Just kind of leverage it open a little bit to make a peephole. You see that what is very clearly like the base camp of the people who are occupying this place. It's almost like a forward command post. There are a number of figures who are directing who are directing people down into the tunnels and into the facility. People coming back and reporting and getting sent out again. You do notice that there are cleavers, and the cleavers and the people with yellow scarves are getting orders from different people, and sometimes there is a little bit of conflict between them. They seem to be not working together super well necessarily, but the area is decently locked down in this immediate vicinity, but beyond them there seems to be runners to and from town every once in a while, and there seems to be more kind of fighters or agents or whatever they are down that way through the woods into kind of the town square, and in that direction you can still hear a little bit of fighting sort of
Okay.
in the town itself.
And how far are we from like cover, for lack of a better word? Like how far
There-
is the edge of the forest?
There is not any cover immediately around you. This is a very clear area for security reasons. But getting from here to the edge of the woods is there is still the high fence around the facility itself that you would have to deal with, but it's not far. It's like 50 feet maybe,
Okay.
over mostly clear ground. Definitely something you could sneak through as it gets dark, and it is the light is starting to fail out here a little bit. It's not quite sunset, but it's moving towards it. There's nobody particularly close to you. There's definitely people that could look in your direction, but there's nobody particularly close to you.
I think May's going to turn back. Her mental plan is wait for it, for it to be dark, and then basically like stealth it out with Cal and maybe Elisa's help if she has similar build. But for now, she doesn't want to leave them here. She's going to go back.
Okay. As you slip down and probably report to Oscar what you observed as you make your way back, you find the others having rested. Cal still passed out. Kakano still taking care of her, but the others seem to have recovered somewhat, and Elise is still kind of watching over them. And I think probably Henry and Fisher are speaking quietly to each other as Fish still kind of holds Cal's arm as she sleeps, looking quite like a corpse.
Yeah, okay. So the way that I've imagined it is after May and Oscar head out, Fish is like, you want to talk? Yeah, we're going to talk? Okay. And then looks over at Elise and is like, I don't want her to listen in, and then looks to Kekano and is like, perfect. And basically goes, Kekano, you're going to look after Colliginus and make sure that Elise doesn't listen in on my conversation with your brother, and you can come join us when she's occupied. But can you do that? You do that?
Yes, can I ask you to do something?
Yeah, of course.
Can you tell Henry about our adventures and how I'm a good brother and make him want to hang out with me?
I don't think that's something that I'll have to tell him to do, bud.
Okay.
All right, join us in a sec. Wow. And plonks him on Cal and and takes a moment to look at her and go, rest well. And then scoots on over to Henry. He's like, all right, let's chat. Now that Ozzy's out of the room and May's also gone, it's time to debrief. What do you think of my friends? Like, what's the gossip you got going on with my friends?
Give me a persuasion check.
Fish going, I'm not like other dads. I'm like a cool dad.
Very true.
You can drink in the house. This sucks, bro. That's a 6. Yeah. 6.
Okay. With a 6, you come up to Henry to be like, so what happened while I was gone? What's the tea? Is there any gossip? What are you getting from my friends? And
Fish
as
says, "What's
you,
the tea?" And Henry says, "Don't say that."
he says, don't say that. You're too old. You make it uncool.
Fish goes 6, 7. Eh. And Harry's like,
um, as you come up and are like, hey, so you came here with my friends. He kind of undercuts you a little bit by going, yeah, I'm glad they helped me and they helped you. So I yeah, thank you for coming and get me. I guess I don't know you super well. You want to get to know each other?
Of course I do. I really do. I want to say this outright real clear. I haven't come to take over your life or anything, but I have come to be your dad if that's what you'd like. How's that?
Okay. Being totally honest,
Yeah.
I would like to have you in my life, but
Sounds good.
Oscar's the one who raised me.
Yeah.
But maybe we can, I guess, be a family or try at least.
Yeah, that sounds good. We'll talk about it when with Ozzy when he gets back. How's that sound?
Okay. I feel like I've really messed everything up with him. I'm not sure it'll ever be the same.
Uh, well, if it helps you feel better, I also did with him mess it up, uh, and but he still let me come on in to try and help you when I showed up to do that. And I'm sorry that it wasn't sooner.
Yeah. So, I guess who are you? Where have you been? What do you do? Why do you have a
I
talking deal? And why
oh
is he
well
my
that
brother?
okay. So all right, you weren't raised with magic, so you tell me if I'm going like too fast or if I'm talking down to you. I don't want to be doing that. But a familiar is when you like witches and how they have cats.
Sure. I mean, I understand that there's more like a stereotype.
Oh, it happens.
i-
It's
i-
real.
Okay.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
so
just like
basically,
like Salem witch trials. They're like, oh, you fed a cat once. And it's kind of like, yeah.
no, yeah, okay. So magic people, not all magic people, but some of them have special relationships with animals that make them be connected to their souls. And I'm pretty sure that I think I read once that one of the Salem witch girls, she did actually have a familiar, but then it just became the stereotype for everyone else. Like, so you are right in that.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
for
that
me,
makes sense.
yeah, for me, it's that I Kekino, the seal. I'm sure he told you his name.
Yeah.
Um, he
He said, "I'm Kekino. I'm your brother now."
yes, he's born from my magic, manifests as a seal because that's an animal that's important to me. Um, and he's kind of like my little magic son, kind of. And so that makes him your little magic brother.
Um. Yeah.
Yeah,
You're having
you kind of
troubles.
you kind
You're
of look
having-
at him, go like, that doesn't really track. But do I want to push back on this? And then kind of like decide that he wants a family more than he wants to be like, what the fuck are you talking about? So he goes, yeah, okay, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Listen, don't tell him I said this, but he's pretty much a pet, but more important than just a regular pet. You know, an extra special pet who is that is part of the family.
Okay, so
Yeah.
he's a pet that is magic and can, talk and think and reason and yeah, I guess as long as he's free to leave, that's okay.
You know, he hasn't really expressed an interest in doing that. He's not like an
But he had the
indentured.
opportunity to express interest.
I think maybe.
Okay, yeah, no, I understand. Okay,
He
yeah,
kind
no,
of does his own
great.
thing all the time. He likes to color and he likes to dress
yeah,
up
of course.
as vampires, and he's also like looking into therapy, which I've never been very interested in myself.
Oh yeah, no, me neither. Just a lot of, I tried when I was younger, and they said, "Oh, you're crazy, and we think you should be committed, and your hallucinations are going to cause you to hurt people." And
That's terrible.
that's. I mean,
Henry, I'm telling you right now that that's not going to happen again. You're not crazy. You're just magic.
okay. Yeah.
You good, pal? You good? Don't freak out. Everything's cool. I'm right here. I've got you.
No, I understand. I'm magic, and it's okay, and the things I see are real. That is good, I guess. Yeah.
It's good if you don't let it bother you, and that's how I come in. I can teach you how to be good at it, because I'm so good at not letting things bother me.
He's gonna do his insight check. Advantage on people being lying or being deceptive. That is a 21. He kind of goes, he's like, yeah, I've had a lot of bad experiences with therapists, and you're just like, yeah, I can teach you everything because I'm the best and I can do no wrong. And you kind of see him go,
Oh.
right. like it's absolutely that thing about being like, I don't know, we need to have better transit in this city. And somebody else is like, yeah, right. And you're like, yeah. And then they're like, but it's not going to matter when the aliens come. And you're like,
That's why I skateboard everywhere, dude.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's on so just learn how to skateboard. I'll teach you.
You see him weigh a little bit, and then he goes, well, this is I don't really know anything, so anything you could teach me, I'd appreciate. Fish.
Yeah. And you call me Fish. I don't mind. You call me whatever you like, whatever you most feel comfortable with. Kakano calls me Dad. But don't feel pressured to. It's all good. What would you like me to call you? Just Henry?
Yeah, let's go with Henry for now.
Okay, cool. Did the ladies run you through names yet?
Well, there's a Cal, and the new one is Elise, which.
Oh, sorry. No. I don't mean what their names are. I mean like the rules of names.
Oh no.
Okay, well, since just real quick, you're right. That's Caligina Denier. She's a saint. That's her sister, but it's a secret to the world. Don't tell anyone. Elysium, and may gladly, and you know Oscar because he's your uncle. Now,
I did notice everybody has kind of like odd names a little bit.
well, yeah, that's what we're getting to. So in magic, this applies to like everyone actually, just so you know. But you have three names: the name that you're given, the name that you pick for yourself, and then your true name. Don't forget about the third one; it really isn't relevant.
Okay.
But like you were born and given the name Henry Malaveda, right?
Do you want to demonstrate for him? Because you do know like his middle name.
Yeah.
You don't need the middle name.
What?
You don't need the middle name.
Whatever.
Fish isn't going to be like, and now I'm going to puppeteer you, my son. No, they want to benignly explain.
Yeah. Okay, but do you want to push a little bit, like oh, Henry Malaveda, raise your right hand or something like that?
No,
like, prove-
fuck no.
Okay. Then yeah, as you are explaining that people need to have a taken name in order to protect against someone being able
Yeah,
to control them.
basically, Fish is giving the name talk.
Yeah.
That's all.
Henry is absolutely following what you're saying and is clearly like very taking it seriously, and but he is like then I guess if there's a risk when you're magic and you don't have this name, I haven't changed my name at any point or anything. Why? I guess why hasn't it happened to me? Like people call my name all the time, including maybe magic people. And there was this Jonas guy who was I guess controlling a lot of things in town, and he never could like control me or make me do anything. I guess like he was always kind of threatening me and like manipulating me, but if he could have just like controlled me, wouldn't that have been easier?
That's... Huh. Well, what I know of Jonas, which is I know him pretty well, he kind of likes to play games with people. My first instinct was, well, maybe that would be too easy. It would be like cheating. But you bring up a good point, Henry. I'm not quite sure about that. But the point I'm really trying to make is to ensure that you are protected. Just come up with a fake, another middle name, and but you could be called whatever you want. Absolutely whatever you want. You can be whatever you want. I know all of this is a lot, but you can be whoever you want to be. And I am here to support you and help you however you need with that. But first things first, let's make sure you're protected. So let's just say Henry Fish Jr. Malaveda.
I don't like that. No, let's make something different.
Okay, whatever you like.
Okay. Henry Darkblade Malaveda. No, that's stupid.
It's not stupid.
No, it is. No, I can think of something better. Yeah, let me sit with it. I'll come up with something good.
Yeah. And it will be good, whatever it is. And if you don't want to be called Malaveda anymore, that's okay. It doesn't make you any less a Malaveda. That's what you get from your mom and from Oscar. And from me, you're a Hanonga. And you can be a Rightwood if you want, but like, don't do that. And just, Henry, the possibilities are endless. Also, really important, That Jonas guy sucks. I'm sure you know this already because you've had experience with him. Don't fucking talk to that guy.
No, he's absolutely terrible. I mean, I got
I
his
can.
eye, yeah, and
Mm.
some control over my powers to try and, I guess, save you and get out of here
It's-
alive, But
Henry, I'm proud of you for facing up against him. He's a fucking scary guy.
yeah, he is, and he's been. I guess he's been kind of like torturing me for a long time now, or I don't know if there's it talked about. Jonas is called like the Abomination or something, and he was running things here, I guess.
I'm not gonna lie to you and say that you don't have to ever worry about him ever again. But the truth is that I will help you however I can, and you never have to face him alone ever again. Do you believe me?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. I just.
Did you roll insight?
Yeah, you didn't hear me roll it, but I did. Yeah, that was a 26, I think. You see
No, that the fish asked Henry that, and Henry goes, "What?"
What? You can see that you are occasionally dipping into subjects Henry doesn't really understand what you're saying. He does seem to be under the impression that Jonas and someone called the Abomination are one person who was
Yes,
ruining his
I
life.
caught
and are,
that. When
yeah,
we don't need to
and
go
they're not
into
two
it right
separate
now.
people, and you're like, we don't need to get into that right now. There was this horrible monster that was torturing me. Well, actually, there were two horrible monsters, and then there was a third horrible monster called Seeker that was just kind of around. You're like, yeah, we don't need to get into all that base level stuff. But you do see that like Henry is someone who has not felt like he genuinely had options for a long time, and you are giving him options. You reinforcing over and over again. You can be whatever you want. You could do whatever you want. Is something that he really values and is like maybe didn't register the first or second time you said it fully, but like as you've been reinforcing it is really kind of choking him up a little bit.
Yeah. Fish goes, well, to circle back, you asked about me. I am kind of just a person who goes around and does stuff and has adventures. I'm between jobs. I've been a detective. I've been, a detective.
Okay. It's just
Mm.
I appreciate what you're trying to do, and I understand. I'm just a guy who had some jobs. Is everybody? I think. But I think
Well,
we'll get
yeah,
to
you
that.
see, I'm
You know
not
what?
that different from anybody else.
We can share stories another time, I guess.
Okay. I just want to just baseline. I go and I do stuff. Again, not very informative, but it means that I won't be here all the time if you want to stay in Cedar Falls. Not that I think that we should, just because it kind of sucks here and it's been taken over by bad people. But like, what I'm saying is, my schedule, I'll happily, fit it around what you want to be doing. And if you want to come on adventures with me, that would be great. And if you want to go and learn more magic stuff, I'll help you out with that. We can go on trips and do stuff together.
I think in the kind of like splurging all these feelings at Henry really wanting him to connect with you as someone who is
obviously has a natural charisma and is, chatting with people all the time, realize as you're speaking that you are coming on too strong and you can't like pull it back as it keeps flowing out of you, and you realize that Henry is still like, yeah, that sounds great. We can do that.
Yeah, no, look, sorry, kiddo, sorry, buddy. I was just dead.
No,
I'll leave it
he's
with
like,
you.
yeah, no, that's great. We can do stuff together.
Yeah, bud. We'll do whatever it is you feel like, but obviously right now, I just woke up from being dead. Oh shit, there was a whole thing. Okay, don't worry about it, but like the death realm exists. I was there. I saw some stuff. I'm gonna have to tell my friends about it. I can tell you about it too. Not that I don't trust you with this information, but just, don't want to overwhelm you. You all good there, pal? You good, bud?
Yeah, no, I've seen some things before, so yeah.
I know you have. Yeah. Some scary things.
It's very much like, I can tell you're being sincere, but also like, yeah, sure, people hallucinate when they die. Okay. Not a big revelation. I've done drugs. But you're like, I'm gonna really
Was it with a friend you trusted?
Were you safe? You're like, I'm gonna really earnestly describe things to my friends about happening in the death realm. And it's like, okay, sure. I'm learning my dad belongs to some sort of religion, like sorcerer religion. I don't understand. That's totally fine. No judgment.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Also, you're a godkin. Yep. So just sit with that for a second.
Okay. Well, I don't know what it is, so just like
don't worry about it. What do you want to talk about? What do you want to talk?
Well, I'm glad you're back alive, and
Me too. That one was rough. I've died plenty of times, but like that was the worst one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's probably not great health-wise. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, good one.
So, I do want to get to know you, and I want to, talk to Kakano and I guess try to be part of your life, but I think I have some things I need to talk to Oscar about first. And
yeah, no, I
and
completely understand.
Deciding about getting out of here, because I understand that there is like the town's been taken over by now somebody different, and
yeah. Unfortunately, I think Cedar Falls is just one of those places where it's always going to be under the control of some unforeseen forces. So, like, just don't even be here at all,
Yeah, like capitalism. Okay.
Exactly. Fish is so happy to have such a cool kid.
Fish has to reckon with the fact that their child may be cooler than them.
Here's the thing. I think they're okay with that. Which is a lot of growth. They wouldn't have been okay with it once.
Yeah. Then yeah, as you're sort of having this talk and discussing what's going on, I think May and Oscar come back, and you see Cal has started to rouse a little bit. She's not like awake, but she is making noises and has grabbed Kakano, is now squeezing him very tightly. So
I think Fish goes, hold on, Henry, I'm just gonna go check on Denya. And like leans over her. Yeah, she's fine. That's it.
And Henry goes, Okay, just while she's unconscious, what is
Yeah.
this whole thing?
Yeah, Henry is not asking, but is definitely looking between the two of you, being like, okay, so maybe Caligulus is like maybe gonna be my new stepmom down the line or something like that. I don't know. That's kind of weird. I guess she did bring Dad back to life, which is good. And she's nice enough. Yeah, sure. As May comes back and is like, here's the
Yep,
down
May
low.
comes
Here's what
in.
we're doing.
And like when May comes in, Fisher like goes, "Oh, hey May. So guess what I saw in the? Oh, you're talking about the things that you saw. Yep."
Yeah, Magus is like, found this exit. Let's probably leave when it's dark because there's a bunch of people out there. How's everyone going? That's the gist.
Yeah, we're doing good here, Henry, aren't we? Yeah.
Yeah, just chatting.
Yeah. Kekano, how's things going over there?
Caligulus is squeezing me very tightly, but I think she's doing okay.
Okay. The fish reaches over to see if like can maybe loosen her arms.
Just like Cal kind of like rolls away a little bit and Kekano's looser.
Oh, that's better. Yeah, I think that Caligulus needs to rest a lot, but I don't know that it's safe here, and this is scary and bad. So maybe we should leave.
Yes,
I quite agree.
If I get a vote, I think that not going through the scary room that kills you is probably the best. Although, Miss gladly May, you kind of like collapse the ceiling on that passage, so we'd have to open it again anyway.
I guess that wouldn't be any trouble for me, but I'd rather us not go. Not the most pleasant trip.
I don't know what you guys are talking about, but I trust you that we don't want to go in a bad room.
Yeah, Fish has no idea what happened with that.
And that's for the best.
Yeah, everybody was talking with horror about this thing that they did, and Fish is like, I mean, I guess I was dead when that happened.
I want to go in the scary room.
No, I don't want to go in the scary room.
Maybe if I was feeling better, I'd go in the scary room just to connect, but
Yeah.
I don't think I'm up for that.
Mm. I've been in plenty of scary rooms before. I think I'd get the idea.
How scary can it be, May? God, I thought you were
Not even-
tough.
Some of them even magical. As you're discussing kind of what to do you think Cal wakes up? Be part of the
As so
discussion?
much she's capable of waking up.
Okay. What's going on? Elise is on a sending stone, quietly having a conversation, and then goes, "Oh, hold on a second. Hi, Callie. You all right?
Oh.
Yeah. Let's sit you up just a little bit. We're discussing what we can do to get out of here. Is that something you want to be part of, or do you want to go back to sleep?"
Sleep. Unless you guys are gonna do something stupid. Are you guys gonna do something stupid? If somebody's gonna be doing something stupid and impulsive, it's only me and Oscar to counter the vote.
Denier, I'm always doing something. Denier, I'm always doing something stupid.
Like dying.
I think I can vote for not impulsive. There's like, you made a deal with Jonas. Oscar goes, Legionus, why don't you sleep, and my vote will count twice.
Okay. Take Tekino back. Does the thing when you like grab your cat and you like scoot them back.
Yeah, and Fish is like going like, no, That's okay. Just don't hold on to him so tight. He's not going anywhere. Like, it's okay. Just don't. He does have to breathe. I mean, he doesn't have to breathe, but you do want him to like.
He likes to
He enjoys the sensation of breathing, and yeah, it'll be just yeah. Cool. All right. You good? Yeah.
I think everyone decide they're gonna try and sneak out after dark and get out of here?
Yeah. Let's rest until then.
Okay. If anybody wants to genuinely like recover hit points, you can start rolling some hit dice and getting that back. Fish is obviously very fucked up, but everybody else is just very tired and mostly missing like spell points and stuff rather than health for the most part. As you are getting ready to kind of pack up and go, May is perhaps feeling a little regretful that she's abandoning the ruin to the Americans, but not a whole lot you can do about it right now. Escape needs to be a priority. As you're kind of getting ready and making sure you have all your stuff, you patting the rod of transference and looking at everyone. Elise goes, okay. And who is going to carry Callie?
May looks at Fish.
And just goes, me.
Only
Okay.
because Fish is like, I can take on the great burden of holding Collision.
I can do it.
Okay. I'm going to say no as a doctor.
You're a doctor.
Yes.
I don't believe that man has gone to medical school.
I have an honorary doctorate of
Honorary.
theolo-
Okay.
Oh,
theolo-
she's got a Taylor Swift.
Yeah, I'm an honorary doctor too. Okay.
I said it once, and that means it's true. My reflection clone is a doctor, and that's close enough.
I guess what? We'll talk about it.
Okay, well, I think I will do it then. Let's just... Okay, and... Oh! Callie, you've gotten a lot heavier since we were kids. Okay. Just kind of like backpacks Cal. It seems to be struggling. Elisa's not very physically strong, but it is her sister. As you get all your stuff together and start heading out.
Fish wanting to I want to buy them. Can I borrow $2?
Yeah. Yeah, very much so. But they accept that they accept their fate.
And then, yeah,
I feel like Oscar and May, as like the muscle bound people, are probably like, I feel guilty about this, but also
Yeah.
I need to go be punching things.
Yeah, no, I think Elise was like making significant glances to May and Oscar, being like, "Can you lift my sister so I don't have to?" Bat the eyelashes. It's not working.
Damn
And
it, he's
Fish
gay.
volunteered. As you get all your stuff together and Cal gets hoisted up on Elisa's back, which means she's carrying Cal and Kakano. You start heading out with May being able to recall the route back. I will say she can just automatically pass her stealth check. So I'd like everybody else to give me a stealth check, if you wouldn't
Me
mind.
included.
No. you are too close to unconsciousness to
backpack.
help or hurt. Unless you think Cal has really loud sleep terrors, I don't think she's gonna affect this.
It's entirely possible. 8.
Okay. We got Henry with a 9. We've got Oscar with a 9.
Wait.
They're all
Sorry,
really
hold on.
tired.
Yeah.
It's actually 10.
As I need to roll stealth for Elise. She's not really trying to be stealthy, but we'll see. Yeah.
May is like perfectly creeping along as the clatter like breaks up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a 13 for Elise. As you're hiking out, May is kind of scouting the way. It's helping quite a lot that she's like, I've been down this way before. I know there was no one through this way, and I will be able to notice any like changes if someone did come through this way. So she is able to help guide you sort of away from the paths that people are taking. And that's good too, because the disadvantage investigation check I did for the people down here was low enough that even you guys passed.
Oh, thank God.
As you creep along, you do have to pause for a couple moments as voices get closer and then just fade away. You see somebody cross a hallway in front of you and then take an alternate path. May is able to get you up to the shed without finding anyone. And while you definitely know there was evidence that you were there, nobody cleaned up enough to do that, there's no way of knowing you weren't Bayuchu people or that it was just mess from escaping. You don't think that you can be hunted by anything that you left. But as you slip up and look through May's little eye hole again and see that it is now pretty close to full dark, and the watchers have pulled out flashlights as well as magical lights to kind of shine light around. There are deep enough shadows here that you think you would have a good chance of getting out.
Obviously, May's also going to take out a soundstone, just covey it into the exact opposite direction.
Cool. Give me a strength check to just see how far you can chuck it.
I would also like to cast rain at this time so that we will have additional cover of dark black clouds.
All right, you got it.
Okay. 17, and that's with a -1.
Okay. With a 17, yeah, you just whip this thing out. It doesn't quite make it to the warehouse. That's a little too far distant. But you did throw it in a direction where even the ones that are turning towards you won't be looking even close to your direction. So you really get it out there. There's a big alarm sound, like someone pulled a fire alarm for a second as your soundstone goes off, and you just hear the clatter of yelling and calling to each other as people run over to investigate it.
Let's go.
Hey, you ready to run across?
Oh.
All
And I
right.
suppose Cal has dinner to help out with the pass of that trace.
Cal doesn't have any spell points left.
Absolutely goddamn not.
Nothing?
Yeah.
Alright, all good.
Nope.
If we were entirely going by mechanics, Cal would have like -10 spell points. As you slip out into the night, running close to the ground or just walking, in Elise's case, as is your wont, we'll do another check as the first raindrops start to fall.
Okay, now, Eldritch Thread.
Mm-hmm.
Can I do multiple of them at one time?
Let me double check the wording. I think that you can uh only do have. Oh, yes. You can't do it as like part of the same action, but you can do it over and over and over again. Because technically you did have something akin to a long rest, you can do it 4 times.
Fantastic. Henry gets one. Oscar gets one. May gets one. Fuck you, Elise.
You're also screwing Cal over.
She's not actively rolling though.
Yeah. But Elise determines whether she gets caught or not.
Fine. Like they have this. This is an actual moment that they have. Like, fuck you, Elise. Oh, she's holding Denia. Okay, fine. She can. Then we're spending all the elder threads, please.
Okay.
And like use that at your leisure, but it is with intent for let's get out of here well.
Let's get out of here well. Okay. If everyone would like to roll me another stealth check with any Eldritch Threads that you want to use.
What do we get from Eldritch Threads again, Dee?
A
D6.
D6.
D6, thank you.
Did you give one to Oscar or just Henry?
Oscar, everyone gets one, yeah.
Okay. Everyone but Elise. Cool.
No, Elise gets one for Cal.
Yeah, everyone but Cal gets one, and Kakano.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. And Kekana is just hanging out.
That is a 15 for me.
Okay, 13 for
That
Oscar.
level of exhaustion is
Uh-huh.
kicking in.
Yeah, 12.
It's a 15 for Henry.
Thank God for that rain.
You do Eldritch Thread on Elise and then go, let's go. And then you turn back and Elise isn't there and she's just like waiting for you at the fence, having like shadow stepped away when you weren't looking. You got a natural 19 plus a 22 on the Eldritch Thread.
Plus a 22.
No, sorry, plus a 2, I should say, on the Eldritch Thread, plus a 2 for her stealth bonus.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. With a 23, she's just not there when you look anymore.
Yeah.
She and Cal are already.
It's just like good.
Plus a 22. Fucking hell, Patrick.
I believed it.
Her stealth
So
is
did
not.
I.
Her.
I mean, she had a plus 17 to insight.
Yeah, she has
Yeah.
plus 17 to insight, which is her highest stat. She gave up all of her like necromancer stealth stuff for
Yeah.
social
For being
things.
sexy.
Yeah, for being sexy. She's like, I don't want people to not be looking at me. That is the internal logic of her stats. Okay, all right. And then we'll do. Cool. Okay. As you guys slip out, the call of people in the distance, searching out this soundstone and calling to each other. It seems like they're talking about if someone escaped or not, and the rain starting to fall on top of you. You slip away into the night and are able to, with some difficulty for the awkwardness of how tired you are, get over the barbed wire and into the little stretch of woods before the suburban portion of this town and start heading into town. Oscar has been out here most recently, so he takes the lead, trying to kind of swing you around where the concentrations of people are. But there is a moment where you have to cross the road that is running between town and the facility, and as you are slipping across, a flashlight comes up, and you are caught for just a moment as you hear, "Hey there! Hi, just hold on a sec."
Fish. Naked but for wearing pants.
Bigfoot pose.
Hold on, guys. I got this.
Fish says, "Take a blurry picture of me. Put it on the internet. You won't know what that is, but
Did
people
you
will in the
remember
future."
to look for Fish's shit on our way out?
Yes.
Yeah, we would've.
Fish's shit was actually in the
Fish has their shit.
Fish's shit was actually in the shed that you came out of. That's where it was dropped in my head. So yeah, I didn't say it, but Fish got their stuff back.
Oh, cool.
I knew that they did.
Fish were like, did the scrubs make my ass look good? Because I won't change. So
Are they like
Nice.
sweatpants? Is it a good outline? You know what I'm talking about?
yeah.
No,
Very
they're
sweatpants.
a little too loose.
Damn.
On the other hand, you match with cows.
No, no. Wearing matching outfits, Dr. Scrubs.
But yeah, you as you're going through the woods, you see the flashlight and hear somebody call out, and you strike a cryptid pose as you see one of them has some energy gathered in their hand, some type of energy thrower or something similar, and it goes, but they seem to be like holding it down by their side, like they don't want you to see it. As this
Taking
guy steps out.
the situation seriously, I think Fish does like look to May with a, "What do you think we should be doing? Will we like, yeah. I trust you to know."
With May's dark vision, who does she see these people are? Are they one of the yellow handkerchief guys?
You can see a little bit better than the others. Even including Henry, because you can see a farther distance than Henry can. You see that what is coming up with you is kind of a looks physically like kind of in his early 30s. Obviously, that's hard to tell with sorcerers, but someone wearing a yellow armband around one shoulder that's clearly made from like a torn up like t-shirt or something.
I don't think we want to deal with armband people.
And holding a flashlight with one hand, other hand down, charging magic, and you can actually see beyond him is two other people who are leaning against a tree and having a cigarette, and they're too far away to see you, other than you think motion maybe. But you can see them just kind of hanging out, seemingly not very concerned as this guy approaches you.
Yeah, this guy's the goody two shoes. What are they called again? The Western Rangers? Is that right?
Mhm. Yep.
May raises a hand in greeting and says, "Don't worry about us. The Rangers recovered us with the Americans. They're just sending us back to town. We were sorcerers who made the poor mistake of passing through. And lie with advantage. Because May gets advantage on rolls with these guys.
Also, it's most of the way true.
It is, definitely.
Give me a deception check. No advantage yet.
Yet, okay. Even though you
Yet.
said visual then, which I took to mean all.
Happy
That's
birthday
a 12.
to you.
Sorry, an 11. I'm going to boost it up to a 15 with a
Okay.
Flash of Genius.
With a 15, you see that he is, kind of slowly approaching you, And as you say, like, oh yeah, we were sorcerers. We were just rescued by the Western Rangers. You see his like body language gets more comfortable, and the spell in his hand disappears as he kind of like walks towards you a little quicker and a little more casually, just going like, "Oh, that's great." And you've been sort of debriefed and everything. You know, told the sanctuary people, you know, all your info and things.
Well, I mean, we told them what we had to. Could be.
Yeah, well, you know, may not like them, but I guess they're the
Gotta work
boss,
with them.
sorta. You know, the boss says they're the boss, so. Well, you know, I didn't think there were any other sort of magic folk up this way in the town, but you know, we just kind of got the call and came in. Not a lot of time to do recon or anything, so. Yeah, you guys need any help with anything? Any, you got looked over by the medics? You know where you're supposed to go?
Yeah, we're going to head back into town to check in there, and
Yeah, check in with
can imagine
the,
we're eager to get out.
yeah, check in with the base camp, make sure something's all good. You know, we got a couple teleporters that are coming in kind of down the mountain. I guess they can't like get in here for some reason. Hell if I know. But yeah, if you check in with them, they can probably arrange a pass and kind of get you down the mountain and out of here, get you on to where you're going.
I'd like for Fish to roll an insight to see if like they can get the deal, and so that they can help me.
Yeah. Give me an insight check.
9.
Okay. With a 9, maybe May knows these people from like digging days.
Just chooses to say nothing.
It's just kind of like you know, May. You think May's got it.
May's got it.
This guy seems to be on friendly terms with May. You know, doesn't know her personally, but clearly they know of each other in some way. Yeah, he just very helpfully kind of points you down the road, and as he you know, kind of gives you directions, he turns his back on you and starts walking away, and you see him reaching for a radio to kind of like call it in and mention it.
And
I think it would
Fish
be
goes,
extremely suspicious if I say don't
we
radio
going?
them.
Yeah, so are we going, or like, what do you look upset that the radio is happening? Was all that a lie, and you're just so good at it that I believe you now inherently?
It was a bit of a lie, yes.
Oh, good job, May.
But that's okay. They could expect someone to come in. We just won't necessarily come in. Let's just keep going.
All right.
Henry is looking between the two of you, kind of like having this argument, and is like,
It's not an argument; it's a discussion.
yeah, just like a whispered conference, and it's being like, so is this okay? You know, he's gonna report that he saw us, and that's all right, and we're all good to go.
It's all right, bud. We're not in trouble. We
That's
haven't.
something you want to see.
It's all right, bud. We're not in trouble. We haven't done anything wrong. There's no May didn't say anything that wasn't true. We are getting out of here.
Okay, just you know, I don't know these people. It seems like May does, but I didn't know there was magical government people until you know, like, God, like 26 hours ago.
Yeah, it's a whole thing. Look, even I don't have like my head around it, and I've been here for more than 26 hours.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess let's go. I know a way to sort of get around and away from where they are, so it looks like we're headed to town, but actually go home.
May? Yeah, cool.
Okay. Guy just clicks on the radio. You hear his voice kind of fading away as he's like, "Hey, this is Outpost One checking in. We met up with those sorcerers that you released, and we were just giving directions downtown." As he walks away, you guys slip off. Hope that if there is a response, you're not going to be around for it.
Yep.
As you hustle along, Henry and Oscar take you on. Kind of a looping track around the outskirts of town. You can get a view of like the downtown area that shows that there has been there is clearly a lot of movement there, and there is a couple of large like crowds of people that are now being kind of rapidly hustled into buildings as the rain is starting up. Oscar and Henry recognize a lot of the civilians from the town, the non-magical folk, and you're able to sneak around, duck into the horse farm that you stayed at, and recover any equipment you left behind. Mostly, Oscar recovers the bag of documents that he stole, and you eventually make your way up to Oscar's house. And get in there safely.
Okay. First thing May wants to do is go through those papers.
Okay.
Okay, so May can do that, and do you is this place secure enough to at least get a long rest in to take away 1 exhaustion level?
You think that this is perhaps as safe as anywhere else in this town, if that makes sense. It's like there's no
No one's going to come to the door and say hello.
Yeah, they might, or they might have gone through this area already. You know, there's still maybe crazy monstrosities in town, but maybe they're far out in the woods. You know, with the information you're operating on, you're like, this is about as safe as we can get in this time.
Okay. This is like, good night.
Yeah.
Cal has also just like, if she has communicated at all, it's just like, dump me off on the floor somewhere, Elise.
Leave me here to die.
Elise goes, no, you should have the bed. And then Fish is like, I need the bed.
And Elise
Fine.
goes, oh my god, there was only one bed!
There's only one bed. Oscar goes, there are 2 beds. And Elise goes, there were only one bed.
Hold on. I found it. Had to use the homie as a blanket.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
That's such a funny good.
As Cal gets put to bed, and so does Fish. Kekino seems sleepy, but like wants to try and Kekino's trying to like give comfort to everyone possible, and therefore ends up kind of awkwardly like hovering in Cal's door, waiting to see where other people go and if he can help them.
Quick debrief with Kekino before going to there was only one bed. Hey bud, Henry didn't grow up as a sorcerer, so if he calls you a pet, it's just that's as far as his understanding of a familiar goes. So please don't be too offended. Like, you can work through it. He is your brother and your family, and he loves you.
Okay. Kekino sounds a little disappointed.
Also, if Henry comes up and says that you should be paid, that you are not a slave, that you have rights, don't listen to him.
Just ignore him. No. He has a mental illness, and it manifests as sometimes trying to give people rights.
Just Kekino, bud. It may be slow going to connect with him, but like try anyway. And just know that, like, it's all gonna be all right. And Maybe if you could tell him that you do like hanging out with me, and that if you wanted to not, that you wouldn't have to.
Okay. Yeah.
That's
Sure,
true,
Dad.
right?
Yeah. Yeah, I love you and I like spending time with you.
Yeah, right. If you wanted to go and do your own stuff, you would.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, cool. Nice. I'm gonna go and sleep beside Denier, and we're not gonna ever tell her that.
Oh, I
Set
don't
my
think
alarm for 5 minutes before hers.
I don't think Collisionist will like that. You don't want to sleep in the other bed?
Oh, no, I'm not. But the bed is beside the Kakano. You silly boy. I'm sleeping in the bed beside her bed.
Oh, okay. Good, because I
Yeah.
don't think anybody claimed that one yet.
No, that's the one that's my one.
Okay.
You go into what is clearly Oscar's room and see Cal curled up in a very small twin in the corner that is clearly Henry's, and you shift around and look at the slightly larger bed in the other corner that's Oscar's, and you go, fine.
No, that's great. That's fine. Oh, your mattress preference hasn't changed in 20 years. You old
Fuck
gert.
you, Fish. Shut your fucking mouth.
Yeah. If you need a nap, just come in and I'll know it's you.
As you guys settle into sleep, what is May doing? Because if you are going to analyze the documents, that's obviously going to eat into long rest time, and you won't get spell points back.
May has her spell points. No, we don't. She doesn't. Never mind. It doesn't matter. May can get spell points. Okay. May
Oh,
is
did you
going
use
to have
them all
many
up
papers.
already? Because you took
You-
a long rest.
Oh no, you did. Yeah, okay,
Oh,
good.
yeah,
I was
yeah, yeah.
thinking that. Yeah.
You haven't used them yet. That's right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say
I
you
was
gave them all. I was gonna say you gave them all to Cal, but that was before your long rest.
Yep.
Okay.
No.
She's back
Yeah.
to
The
normal.
only thing a long rest
May-
would do for me would be to get rid of
Exhaustion. Yeah.
Yeah, and May only has one, whereas Fish and Cal have 4. Like, I was intending to
Yeah.
negotiate it, so, like, they're out, May gets time to study the papers.
So how many papers are in this bag?
That works for me. Because I wrote it down, I know that Oscar got a 13 on his investigation check. He
Mhm.
grabbed everything that had Bayuchu logo on it that he could very quickly grab. Not all of it is in English. Some of it is, but not all of it. He just kind of grabbed everything. So you would probably have to do a comprehend languages to get the full amount of stuff that
Yeah,
is
let's
here.
do it.
But you can certainly do that.
Let's do it. So but again, how many pages? Like, if we could approximate.
If I could approximate, I would say it's probably in the neighborhood of like 500. He took essentially like a mini garbage bag out of a trash can and just
Yeah.
go, oh, there's a letter on this desk that has the logo on it. Shoves the whole tabletop into the bag. Like, you're finding like pens, staplers. There's like somebody's like shitty children's drawing that was clearly on their desk.
Okay. May is going to do a cursory look for anything. That's
Okay.
the first point of order.
A cursory look for what?
Anything that has the symbol of the house.
Okay. Also, Oscar
Or
is
the Maharu.
okay. The symbol
I'm
of the
sorry.
Maharu or the name?
Can I go both?
Sure.
I'm so
Sorry,
sorry
what was
to. I apologize to be coming in with more things, but again, before bed, Fish went up to May and said, "Can you tell Henry the difference between Jonas and the abomination?" Okay, good night.
And May goes, I don't want to deal with that right now.
Yeah.
No, she totally
Is Henry
doesn't have to
sleeping
do
as
it.
well?
So Henry is very tired. He sort of like posts up on on like what is clearly Oscar's like armchair in front of the old rabbit ear TV, and looks like he's kind of guarding the door. But as you're working, you look over and realize he fell asleep at some point.
Yeah. No, this isn't an actual like. Please do this, Ellie. This is Fish being like,
Being an
can you
asshole,
just take?
yeah.
Can you just do that instead of me?
in the same way as if your brother calls you a pet, don't react. It's Fish going, oh fuck that up. Well, I don't want to fix it. Somebody else can. As Elise watches over Cal and eventually disappears into the bathroom with a little
For hours.
vanity bag. Comes out like an hour later. Makeup is scrubbed off. She's got a like a mud mask and mouth tape or something.
We don't know where she got the cucumber from, but she's got it.
It's fridge fresh, like it's cold, it's chilled. You don't know how.
Oscar's like, I don't remember buying those.
I didn't. I don't like cucumber. As she sets up on the couch and eventually goes to sleep, it is just you and Oscar, who has been kind of puttering around the kitchen, very clearly like finding things to do while everyone gets settled, because he wants to make sure everybody is settled and comfortable without hovering over them. Clearly anxious about this situation and everybody being safe and everything that's happened. Probably should sleep, but doesn't look like he's going to. And as you've laid out all these pages, you are doing an initial look through of them, and as he walks by with a cup of coffee that he hands to you, he goes, oh, this one I grabbed because this looks like a financial information. And he just kind of like slides over a couple sheets and starts looking at them over your shoulder. And you think he can, help you with this.
Yeah.
He says they didn't do their taxes.
Absolutely did not. Give me a investigation check, and I will say probably with advantage, because you are you have Oscar's help, and you're really skimming for specific things rather than trying to get everything.
So first one was a nat 20, second was a 9. So I think I'm going to go with a
I
nat
think the 9.
28.
So is the 9?
Sorry?
Okay. So with a 9,
You're
you get...
so
no.
funny, Patrick. I'm going to boost just because you said that. I'm going to...
What does your total become?
32. Oh, so it would be 31 with the -1.
Yes. Your exhaustion. That's right.
Makes all the difference, I'm
Stay
sure.
humble.
Everybody else is going to wake up in the morning, and May is going to have the grittiest, most bloodshot eyes you have ever seen.
And Fish will be like, she knows something.
She's acquired knowledge.
Okay.
Yeah.
And cat. She has cat on, of course. Like
to scan and record. Okay. With a 31, you and Oscar end up working through much of the night. Oscar ends up getting out some notepads that he has clearly well used, as you take notes and sketch out diagrams and figure some things out. With that advantage, with that 31. I do think that genuinely is his opinion after tonight. You find that any references to the house are in the context of the librarian. There is no reference
to the house as an organization. It's to like this woman from the house, this meddler, things like that. There is essentially internal orders. You find a set of standing orders that is not from the abomination, but is clearly like signed on his behalf. That essentially says that the librarian has the authority to enter any area within our facilities, or her representatives, and the names are Kafan, Tesseract, Andy.
Yeah, May like pauses for a second. I think it's right.
Or Andrea, actually. It'd be her
Andrea.
full name, Andrea.
Yeah.
That is most of the context for the house is essentially internal documents, either saying she's allowed to be here and like meddle, and you actually find an older version that's like she's allowed to be here that's dated like 2 years ago, as she was clearly someone who helped set up, or at least was in near the ground floor of whatever current thing was happening. But the gist is essentially orders saying she's allowed to be wherever she wants and can come and go as she pleases, and internal messages written in Chinese between staff members that are like, she keeps
I hate
getting
this
in the
bitch.
way, she's looking at our notes, she's recording things and taking away copies of our books. Like, it's very clear that it was that the abomination and the abomination's people suffer the librarian and her people rather than welcome her. Very very touchy relationship, and you do get the sense, as you did with other documents that you found, that the abomination's people, this kind of cult that he has built around himself, is very like supremacist, but believes themselves to be superior to other people, doesn't like working with other people. You even find, because it references Jonas coming with the librarian for like a surprise inspection, you once again see that, like, reading between the lines, people are afraid of Jonas but don't like or respect him in this organization. They would prefer if he fucked off. And as you are you're kind of looking through the history of this place a little bit, putting together some things, it becomes pretty clear that around 2 years ago, when Jonas and Seeker first started showing up here, is when the really aggressive push for the mushrooms started. But you realize, based on like context clues, that this place, this facility, existed for a long time before that. Like, Jonas clearly like dictated what they should focus on, but this town has been a Bayou Chu town for a lot longer than anyone knew, including the people that lived here. It was just much deeper below the surface than it eventually became. You see, you find explicit orders to capture Henry on behalf of the librarian. Orders that came from Jonas. Henry is referred to as like testing subject and then a long number, but you can tell with references to like the librarian needing him for a project and like special powers that he is of interest. And with a 31, I think it makes sense to like extend that to looking for that essentially serial number through more documents, and you find that they were essentially stalking Henry at absolutely all times to keep an eye on him. Every single time they would come up with a new monstrosity, they would contrive to have it
have Henry see it to judge his fear reaction, to judge how well it passed for human when Henry could see it and other people couldn't, like at the extreme ends of the recognition spectrum. And there is also a lot of references to Henry being dosed with various things. There's a lot of like saw this monster, recorded reaction, dosed in sleep with compound such and such, then lesser reaction to seeing this different creature the next day or things like that. There was clearly like more structured experimentation than Henry ever knew, but also he was secretly getting injected with stuff all the time. Or they were slipping into food that was being donated to him, or things like that. He was much more structurally tortured than you all assumed. But there is references to talking about essentially creating a better testing subject by dissecting Henry and creating a more idealized version that would work with them. And Jonas very explicitly shuts that down and says no. And they seem to be mad about it. So Jonas was kind of telling the truth about protecting him, although also being, the major reason that this happened to him. When you look up the Maharu, you find very few references to the Maharu itself in the same way that you find very few references to the house. But those that do talk about meeting with Maharu members, and then when you look up those people's names and how they are talked about, you find way more information. You find that the Abomination's people has been in pretty regular contact with someone from the Maharu, who has been arranging a meeting and sale of an important item. And from internal context, you can tell that it is something very, very, very important, and they are very, very mad that it has to be approached in this way, that they don't already have it. It is, as you are looking through, and Oscar is helping you, he is pointing out that in the financial records, there is a billing code that is used by a British cargo company, and bills of sale and a manifest and things like that. It seems like Bayuchu is buying, for as far as you can tell, cash, future work, a number of monstrous creations in fairly large quantities, and magic items, a single box, as far as you can tell, that is about 8 foot by 3 foot by 3 foot, like a giant coffin sized. And there is an arrangement for about a month from now for Bayuchu to meet and affirm this transaction and receive their product, whatever they're buying. The Bayuchu seem really upset. They're clearly been looking for this thing for a long time. There's some talk about we searched and searched all of these places that Mevlin's army stayed, and we could never find it. The Master's perfect project will be recovered.
Hmm. Okay.
May doesn't know what the grotesquerie is. That is only something that has been spoken of in Fish's presence, and Fish doesn't have context for what it is. But yes, Bayuchu is buying the grotesquerie from the Maharu, or at least claiming to buy it. As as you try and dig more into this documentation, finding out the where, when, and whys, you find that based on the information that Kalor told you about the kind of the Maharu hierarchy, the point of contact with the Bayuchu is essentially a member of the like inner court, the higher ups, the ones who run the whole thing, and there is a reference to the meeting being with the young Horus, who is the leader of the entire organization. And that most of this communication is through the voice of the Maharu, which you recognize as the second in command of the organization. So it's not like somebody got something and Jonas convinced them to sell it. It's like the organization itself, through these people, is conducting this. As you find this information, find kind of when the meeting is taking place, the where the meeting is taking place is a little fuzzier. You think that's maybe not in the documents you found, or they were purposely not sharing it. And I think you remember Jonas, writing a letter on his typewriter and handing it to Kafan to mail out. Maybe that had final details, or maybe it was entirely unrelated. Maybe it was just a power play because he wanted to be typing on a typewriter when you came out of the elevator. You don't know. But when you're missing information, it's hard to not look for anything that may have slipped out of your grasp. And that is kind of the most complete information you got. Since you got over a 30, even though you asked for things that were very specific, I can just give you everything else you find, although in a more shallow way.
Sure.
The mushroom program seemed to be kind of created by Jonas. You find references to a surgical procedure that, as far as you can tell, was done either on Jonas or someone he brought to them. That's not entirely clear, but it was using their biological skills to kind of graft something to someone. There is references to Jonas essentially getting what he wants, in that the tests that he observed were satisfactory, and he thinks that could stop. And the Bayuchu is like, well, it's not good enough for us. We don't want to stop. We've got other purposes for this, and that's why they kept working on it. But it makes sense that Jonas was kind of like, yeah, you guys can have the town. Go for it. I'm done here. And that the last piece of translating that spell that Henry was doing was kind of genuinely the last thing they needed here.
Is there any details about the spell itself?
There isn't. It seems like the Bayuchu people were entirely unfamiliar with what Seeker was doing and why. There is a lot of information that is very clearly like, hey, show this woman around and then come back and tell us everything she did and everyone she talked to. And it's like essentially spy reports. And through that, they still couldn't really figure out what she was doing. There is also more about the Bayuchu group and sort of its structure. It does seem to be a generational cult in which people are essentially
functionally born into the cult of worshiping and working for the abomination. As they rise through the ranks, they are improved to become more perfect. And if you are finally selected as a true believer, someone who has done enough for the organization, you are ascended into what, reading between the lines, you understand to be a flesh golem, which means that this kind of like Praetorian Guard for the abomination is quite possibly a number of these people's like grandparents and parents. As the abomination has clearly spent centuries developing a system that means that he is never short of workers or hearts. And yeah, with that, I think you got everything. I think you got everything that Oscar could have gotten.
Cool. How long does this take? All up, like the entirety of the short rest?
This takes you pretty much the entire night. I think you can probably catch a nap before everyone else gets up, or maybe Cal wants to just sleep through for 12 hours or something. But this takes pretty much all night.
Is Elise still up?
Elise is totally passed out. You can hear her very lightly snoring, something that will absolutely embarrass her if you bring it up. So keep that in your back pocket.
Okay. In that case, May is the equivalent of like the oneness. I've cracked the code.
Yeah.
Satisfaction.
I think there is a moment of being like I cracked it. Now I can go tell Sinner, and then we can have sex. Wait,
yeah.
no.
right. Does she still have Sinner? She would still have Sinner's Sending Stone, yeah? Which has noticeably not rung.
Oh,
Yeah,
not the post-research rebound.
It is noticeably not rung, and you have not tried to call it either.
Mm-mm. I think May thinks about it, and then has both the true but convenient thought of, I need to deal with the remnant before I talk. Like, I can't talk to him until I've sorted this out. And it's probably going to have the and most unhelpful catnap.
Okay. Yeah, it does almost nothing for you. You've got a lot of caffeine buzzing in you, so you are not sleeping deeply at all. But eventually it is the next day, kind of a late morning for everyone, as the rain starts to taper off throughout the early morning, and then you all wake up. Yeah, what does everyone do for their next day? Just getting the fuck out of here?
Yeah, how did Elise get in again?
She says that she walked, essentially. She got teleported in and she walked up, which because she told you many times, because she's clearly upset about it, and also is upset that you're not like, oh my goodness, poor Elise.
Okay, can we just get her to have her teleported person back?
Yeah, you can just be like, hey, make a call.
Yeah, but then where to after that? Where's
Yeah, that is the problem. Hey, I would assume like back to Cal's temple, right? But then also where what are Henry and Oscar going to do?
Yeah, I was gonna say, so Cal Temple is gonna be always fairly solid, because basically it's like, you got a warrant if they're gonna try and come there.
It's kind of a base camp. It's not associated with any political entity, so it is safe for the others to hide out there. Fish has an apartment.
Fish has their house that they're renting, and they're already like, oh yeah, there's a room that you could sleep in. It's currently got all my dirty clothes in it, but like, then we get rid of it.
I don't think anybody knows this except for Cal and May, if she was paying attention, is that they might try to American Sanctuary might try to claim Henry.
Yeah.
Oscar is kind of dependent on how much, I guess time he wants to take off work, but it's not like he's going to be able to work until the town is back in order, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the only thing that would come up, Cal's like, I gotta go home.
Mm.
And I can't imagine anywhere better for you guys to go unless you guys want to go to May's, London apartment or whatever.
Yeah, do you want to take
I'll
some...
shoot to the... No, sorry, go on. Never mind.
You don't currently have a London apartment. You do have the family cottage, which you were last. The family cottage, which you were last in with Sinner having your romantic getaway. So
that's exactly how Fish responded the first time they found out about it.
yeah.
So that might hold some not great memories, but you could certainly do that. Does May ever want to talk to Elise about the remnant potentially?
Yes, that's why I asked if she was still up. But I think it would be May wouldn't be.
Sorry, you're
cutting
out.
Yes, that's why I asked if Elise was still up. But also May's primarily we need to get the hell out of far away from the situation.
We need to not be here and
Yes.
having long talks. Yeah.
Well, as soon as Cal's temple comes up, Fish can't stop talking about Forsyth and being like, "Oh, Ozzy, we can get you an accounting job there, and Henry, I'll take you all to the good spots. We've got cake and shit." And just being like, I'm gonna move my family.
You to the cool people there, like the pointy knife child and Collision and Deniera's boyfriend, and both Henry and Oscar go.
Not yet. But Danielle lives there, that's where her temple is, and then my place is up in town, and it'd be great. And Oscar, you could be the town accountant. I'm pretty sure they already have one, but I'll just kill him. I'm just joking, guys. Why are you looking at me like that?
Fish, this is our house. Our whole life is here. It will take several days to pack.
Several days it is.
This place is a shithole, and a lot of people I know died. So I want to move.
Yeah, no, I'm. What do you want to pack up first?
Let's go into the guest room. We'll start with my grandmother's figurines, and we will.
I remember those. You still have them? Oh, they were cute.
Cal and May are like, no.
I did.
This angel is still missing an arm.
But you can't.
I need to jump in. Is Oscar like Linda with the little?
They're like older porcelain figures, but yeah, it's clearly like this is a treasured heirloom. But yeah, Oscar is not like, yeah, I'll move to your town with you. It's very much like, I'm not going to live here anymore. We'll see where I live instead. It's very much like, I'm packing this up and I'm gonna send stuff to my cousin's a state away, and then we'll see where I'm living. He is pretty hesitant about being in the same place as Fish.
Here's the thing. Fish isn't saying, come live with me forever. It's like, come live with me and then get your own place.
And Oscar is like, I don't know if I want to be in the same small town with you, which is what you're describing. What would I do? Accounts for the mine that's 20 miles away? Okay, maybe that is a good idea. But I'll think about it.
Yeah. And to Fish, this is just happening, so...
Yeah.
Plenty of room for Henry to play. I don't know what a 20-year-olds do.
Drugs. We don't have a lot of drug dealers in town, sorry.
Our only drug dealer is a stabby child.
Our only drug dealer is me.
Yeah, it seems like Henry wants to help Oscar pack, but is absolutely down to visit and like get to know you a little bit better. Definitely wants to get away from town and start to heal from this. But Oscar is kind of like, maybe I'll live in town, maybe I'll go somewhere else. We'll see.
Patrick, when May was doing all the documents, was Oscar getting anything about the hard experimentation?
The hard what?
The hardcore structured experimentation on Henry?
I think that he got a lot of it since he was looking at the financials, and a lot of what you were reading was in Chinese. I think he knows that they were keeping an eye on Henry. I think the details of it are something that if you did not share with him, he would not have learned.
What's a good time to tell someone that they've been
I don't
experimentation?
think there is one. There's never a good time.
Okay, you know what? When Fish is like, and there'll be cake and playground. 20-year-olds, like, I think May would probably a little bit awkwardly be like, I think it's a really good idea, actually, time with Caligulus and the more medically trained necromancers. When I was reading through all the documents Oscar found last night, they've been experimenting on you for a long time, Henry, and giving you a lot of drugs, for lack of a better word. I think it's important that we get Caligulus or someone similar to give you a full proper check.
You see, like, his first instinct is to say no. You realize that between the documents that you read and Henry's whole deal, you're like, a lot of this experimentation probably took place by getting him into the clinic that was here. So you can see the like flinch as his first instinct is no, but then he takes a moment and he looks at Cal and he looks at Oscar, and I then think he doesn't say anything, but he kind of cautiously nods his head. You know,
And,
trusting that the woman that brought his dad back to life could at least take a look at him.
And Fish goes, whatever. If you're not comfortable, you just say no. Whatever you're cool with, Danielle will understand, won't you?
I want to say Cal woke up late and came back and was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" With like Oscar like putting away all of his Trotskys. But the problem is I think Cal wanted to go back to what she finds comfortable, so she is in pretty simple necromancer robes and a veil. So Oscar goes, "Ah!"
Yeah, the veil. We've all seen it.
You shouldn't take him, spirit.
Yeah, they all dress like that. Where they all dress like that.
And that is where you're taking Henry?
No, I have a place. I don't live there.
Oh.
It's not
I
like
do have a room there, but like I don't. Don't worry about it.
No. Wait, you don't have a room there?
Santa muerte. Oh.
Look, Rousseau did like. I don't have a room, but if I'm coming round and I'll tell Rousseau, she'll be like, "Oh yeah, I'll fucking clear out number 6."
She shouldn't.
I
explicitly told her not to.
Why the fuck do you have an apartment in town if you're trying to stay in my temple? You do not get a room there. Also, we don't have
I'm
singles.
not trying to stay in your temple.
There are no singles in the temple. You do know that people bunk in single rooms, right?
And Fish goes, "That's what you think."
There are hot singles in your area. Hey.
It doesn't matter. I'm going back to my place.
I think you should stop terrorizing that poor woman.
She likes it. Like, She does. She's into it.
Mm-hmm.
Ask her.
Cal does a quick check over Henry in regards to it and is like, yes, if you don't mind, I can have me or anyone else in my temple give a look at you. Do you want this cleaned up? And like waves her hand in front of the gross Jonas eyeball.
Henry, kind of like is about to say no, and then takes a minute and just kind of like leans in and looks at himself in the mirror and says, "Yeah, I mean, if there's anything you can do about it, if it's not too much trouble, just forget I asked. It you used a lot of strength yesterday, and yeah, if you could take a look at it,
I'll fix the jaundice. If you want the eye color fixed, Elise can probably do that.
Ooh, I can. What were we thinking? There's like, we could go purple. We could go back to like a very bright, like neon green. There's a yellow that's coming in fashion. That's very interesting.
Elysium, don't overwhelm my boy.
How about we ask if
know what his
Henry just
options
wants
are.
the color to match the original?
That's boring, but okay, sure. I'll take a look. Yeah. If you could fix it up, that'd be great. I don't think I need the color to match, but yeah, if you could take a look, that's sure. You like watch in real time as Henry becomes less comfortable with Elise.
Okay, no,
Henry
well,
and
finish-
Elise Henry and Elise have kind of been orbiting each other, and then you see them like actually fully interact without one of them being really like put out or like in an emergency for the first time, and you watch Henry go, "Ooh."
Yeah. Fish isn't intervening, but they are standing by. Like, I will shove you, Elise, if you're making him too uncomfortable.
If Henry seems uncomfortable, Fisham seems uncomfortable, and Cal and Elise seems too eager, then Cal steps in and does the healing to just clear up the jaundice.
Okay. Give me a medicine check.
Roll for jaundice.
Roll for
Roll
jaundice.
for jaundice. So that's -3 now, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. That's gonna be a flat roll because it cancels out my add-on. Seven.
Okay. With a 7, the eye gets noticeably wider, but not nearly all the way fixed. And Elise goes, "Okay, my turn."
Clicks fingers.
And Elise is going to step forward. A little light starts dancing around her fingertips. Henry flinches, but has nowhere to
No
go.
fancy shit.
And Elise steps in and touches him before he can get away. Let me do a medicine check for Elise.
Roll for sexy eyes.
You watch a spark of magic enter Henry, and the eyes start glowing very faintly, and it clears up a little bit more, becoming a little bit wider. And then as it gets to the pupil, it stops.
Huh.
And then Elise goes, "Okay, let me see. All right. Nothing. Nothing. I'm sorry, this has never happened to me."
It's alright. Get your fucking hands off him. Henry, look, your eyes all it's all white. That's good. But looks like you just have heterochromia now.
Okay. Well, that's fine. The eye color is a small price to pay for not having to experience the horrors every
It's-
waking moment.
Honestly, I think you could stand to have a reminder of the decisions that have been made.
Meaning what exactly?
Who was that?
That was Henry. Just,
Okay.
just like getting a little, ever so slightly pissy about being like, what? Huh? No, say that
I'm
louder.
just-
Excuse me, space stepmom.
And I'm your space stepmom. Sorry.
I
Callum's
knew you'd like that.
if you made a choice that put you in danger and has you now connected to a certain entity, it just is good to remember that that price is going to be paid at some point.
I'm pretty sure that like the eye was the price. And,
Yeah,
is there
famously, we all Jonas is one and done.
it's not gonna happen again. Okay, now that he's here with us and with me, deals with Jonas are fully all done. No more of them. Absolutely, you never did them to begin with. May, no more for you.
Yeah, I was gonna say this all transition. This is not gonna
Don't
be super
include me in
hostile. I
this.
just want to warn that she's gonna be like, didn't stop May.
Yeah.
Yeah, May no more for you, and Henry no more for you, and there we go. We're and Oscar, you weren't gonna do it anyway.
Oh yeah, definitely not.
Yeah, it's no more deals. We got what we needed from him.
At least goes, wait, I haven't done one yet.
You don't get it. No, you not not
Yes,
for you.
absolutely
not.
Either.
Yeah, okay. Elise says, I haven't done one yet, and you see Henry just kind of just gonna tilt his head a little bit as he does that insight check on Elise. And then
We can't see it, but his point of view, he's got like his eyes have got like Terminator
He's
vision. He
scanning.
goes, freak.
it's like active deals with Jonas 4.
He keeps coming up to her in like a mustache and is like, would you like unimaginable power? And she's like, yes!
Yes.
What for the low price of $2.99 a month?
Yeah. Henry is a little put out by you challenging his decisions, as he's like, I made that deal to try to save your life.
Oh, me? No, I fully support. Fishers has no problem. Like, no, yes, but we're not gonna have to do it again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, bud, you're not in trouble. Okay. No, it's all good. It's all good, buddy. I understand. Listen, the eye looks good. We'll figure it out. Not in trouble. Yeah. I'll buy you a present when we get to Forsyth.
A cool eye patch. Super cool. Even though you can see out of that.
Wait, Dad, can you bend down? Can you bend down?
Yeah.
Are you buying Henry an eye patch?
You can have one too.
Okay, thank you. Do you want to go iPad shopping together?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Like, okay. Of course.
Henry, do you want to go iPad shopping with us?
Yeah, okay.
Yay! Okay, Dad.
Yeah. You don't have to wear the eye patch, but it'd mean a lot to him if you came shopping for the eye patch.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, okay. We're gonna get you free, Kekano.
No!
We're gonna break those chains.
Kekano's your slave name.
Jesus Christ.
Oh. That makes me sad.
I think it is a misunderstanding that they will resolve once they spend
even any amount of time together. But yes, there is definitely some misunderstandings going on here. That fish did not help.
No, no. Oh, I'm just okay. I'm putting fish in the corner and not make, and they don't get to talk anymore.
No. This is fine and funny. I think one of the things that everybody keeps doing with Henry is keep going like, you know about how the magical world works, right? He goes,
Yeah.
no, I'm flailing at all times. Please explain things to me.
And it's like, well, you see, thing is, we can't.
But yeah, as Oscar and Henry are packing up, and you see them kind of quietly speaking to each other, and their attitudes towards each other a lot more defrosted than they were. Hopefully, hopefully this will repair their relationship. This trauma they went through. They are getting the house in order, and you have to decide if it's time to go. And I think as you are deciding, you get a call on your sending stone. This would be Cal.
I was gonna say, who's you?
There's 3 of us, Patrick, you know.
Who is you?
No, there's many of you. Kekino gets a call on his sending stone, and he goes, "Hello."
He's got
Hello?
this bitter bug.
I'm still
Yes?
trapped. I'm still in the cave.
You hear lobster sounds. He goes,
No, Dad's
It's David.
Fucking David.
David goes, break those chains, Kekino. And
"Just feed
David
Kekino."
goes,
I think
oh
John
no!
got
If
in on-
Omar was in on this, they would definitely be like, "Yeah, Kekino's a slave."
if John
just
got
like
in on the
me.
joke, if John got in on the
Oh.
joke, Fish would start crying.
Which is like, Galiginus, I'm sorry to ruin all your hard work, but I am gonna go kill myself. So
It really means a lot that you did all that, but I'm just gonna make it pointless. Goodbye.
If I may, 12 years a seal.
God. Horrifying. Okay, yes, your Cal sending stone rings.
get back to the serious. Yes, I asked you my sending stone.
It's the mole. Like, baby girl, why haven't you called?
You may have some missed calls from Jamal.
Hey, baby girl, what the?
As you pick up the sending stone, the sound of work comes to you as the sounds of people writing and typing and stuff go on in the background, and you hear the voice of the new administrator, Dean Dong, saying, Cleric Denier, or Sanctus, I guess. Have you found Metalvaunt?
No, but we recovered fish.
Okay. Well, here's for small victories, I suppose. I'm working with the Americans on this. They've been a little reluctant to share information with us, but we do know that it seems like the majority of hostiles in the area are down, and they have reported they've also not found any signs of metal or or Cinerdrum or any potential kidnappers. So
Oh no! Have you taken down the teleportation block?
I have not been informed of that information. As far as I know, it is still active. I can coordinate with the teams on the ground and see what they're saying. Do you know why it's happening?
The teleportation block? I imagine it has to do with the organization that was camped here.
And that organization's gone. All right. Well, May can hear Cal's side of the conversation, so she can go,
will
I
say-
know! I know!
Cal is smart enough to probably go, one ruin, two ruin. She's not going to provide that information.
But as you discuss things, you hear Dean essentially say, well, I'm glad you're safe, and the mission to rescue fish was a success. But unfortunately, we are continuing to get pressure about Lady Vaunt. There's, in fact, been a sighting of her on the West Coast.
As there. Wanted more information.
Just a sighting by one of our agents at a ticket counter for a ferry. We were following up on those leads, but it's possible that this mission of yours was perhaps uninvolved in Vaunt's disappearance.
Interesting.
We have been getting an increasing amount of pressure regarding your group's relationship with Mr. Drum. I wanted to warn you, one professional to another, that while we are very grateful for you giving us this tip, and I'm sure the Americans will respond favorably to this revelation, our official ability to work with you may become limited in the near future. Caligulus, we owe you and the others a lot for what you did. But as a warning, we are getting enough pressure about your relationship and potential harboring of Cinerdrum that we may not be able to help you for much longer.
Cal goes, so what fucking idiot source are you getting that I have a closer relationship with Cinerdrum than I do Metal Vaunt?
Cinerdrum has been spotted traveling with your party many times, and to be clear, Cleric, this information is not coming from me. This is coming from the Society.
They need better spies. I have a professional relationship due to Cinerdrum's romantic relationship with May Gladly, which is now over. And Metal Vaunt is one of the people I hold dearest in the world. So if anybody comes and pressures you, Administrator, I want you to make sure that they know I would never, ever do something that would benefit Cinerdrum at the oh god, what's the word? Not the behest, at the detriment of Metal Vaunt.
Unfortunately, that too has come up. There has been some implication that perhaps you are responsible for a sort of
willing kidnapping of
Then
Lady
that's not a
Vaughn.
kidnapping.
I would agree. That is why I'm warning you. The
It's a
sanctuary
shame
may.
you are so bad at this politics game.
I didn't want to be administrator, to be clear.
Yet you took it despite not having the capacity for it. Quite
You know
an
what?
egotistical move.
You know what? I was asked to do this job, and I thought it would be best for the people I worked with. And I don't need someone who quit their job for the sanctuary and gave up to tell me the right way to do my job. So,
Quit their job for the sanctuary. Your sanctuary took me into that position against my will, administrator. Sorry that I am more interested in helping my organization and the religion I hold dear. Get your shit together or don't bother trying to call for me because I will do my part to work with your organization as I have for the past 2 years. But if you are going to be a thorn in my side and incompetent on top of that, I have no interest.
I thought I would give you a professional warning that we may be forced to withdraw official support, but still extend unofficial support. But I can see that is something you are not interested in.
Do your job. Rescue Meadowvant. We can continue whatever relationship we have. But I will take interviews, as will my peers. But I do not sit here and get antagonized by being told that you will do anything to lick the society's boots.
So you're agreeing to an interview.
I will interview. I will say I only want to be interviewed by someone we mutually trust. I will wait until you can get the time of what's Tone's first name again?
Tenebrius.
Tiberius? Yeah, Tiberius Tone.
Not Grumble. Not our truth mage.
I want Tone.
Very well. I'll see what I can do.
Bye, bitch!
Click.
So Fish and May have been standing there, like just
Just
watching
making
the
faces
whole
at
thing.
each other the whole time.
And so, like, when Cal takes the stone down, the conversation is over. Fish goes, "So how's Dean?"
Accusing us of
He sounded
kidnapping.
Well, I think you made a salient point.
None of you have heard from Sinner, right? It seems he is the prime suspect.
No,
Not
I've
me.
not heard from him at all.
I know. I mean, I understand he was probably the only convicted kidnapper at the wedding, but
May is like, he's never been convicted.
no
Too
jail.
good for that.
No court to try him.
Who do you think? I would be with someone incompetent?
Mm.
But yeah, it in a classic attitude that perhaps he learned from Tone, or maybe Cal just really pisses off administrators. He tried to warn you that this was happening, and you said, "How fucking dare you!" Yeah, I mean, I think that if you relay this conversation to the others, what they are getting out of it is being like, Fish is probably like, that doesn't really apply to us. If we don't go to the sanctuary, then we just call
Yeah. We got
call
nothing to do
cops
with it.
individually, or we call Goph or what have you. Doesn't have to be official. I think May is kind of like,
It's kind of like, am I being looked at as an accomplice? Is this why this is happening?
Yeah. Yeah. May again is like, oh, I should probably call him.
You call him.
But she really doesn't. Instead, I think, and neither of you have heard from Metal, I'm assuming.
No.
No.
But I wasn't.
And the less we hear,
to.
the better, right? It
Yeah.
means she's,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes. We.
He doesn't want to be disturbed in
Wonder how-
flagrante delicto.
How long do you think it'll take them to get a hold of Tone?
I don't know. I'm hoping a couple weeks, but maybe a few days.
Yeah, it depends
Well-
entirely on if he's still in the country or not.
Yeah, this is what Fish is about to say. Well, he was traveling with his sister, but they stopped. He stopped to come to the wedding, but like might have fucked off by now.
Look, they're saying that they're going to ruin my relationship, my temple's relationship with the sanctuary. I'd rather that happen in my terms and outline that I have no way of trying to protect or cover up to the society, and then I can rebuild whatever I need to. Metal comes first.
Fuck him.
Of course. Well, where are they? Have they stepped outside or in a different room?
I think you're just in a different room. And I
Yeah.
think there is enough of being like, they probably heard some of this conversation and were like, this has nothing to do with us. I have no
They
idea.
have
who
no
you're talking
context
about."
for it. They don't give a shit.
Yeah. Okay, cool. In that case, I think they would probably close the door though for like the of privacy, even though the walls
Okay,
are probably 2 centimeters thick.
Fish watches her do this and goes, "Oh, good, you have something to say as well."
We're all just getting it out.
Yeah, Fish goes, May, with Colliginous here? I know you're recently single.
I'm recently alive. I'm not ready yet.
I still haven't checked if all those parts work properly.
Yeah, you think I'm gonna do that right now? No.
My son is in
Suppose-
the house, so let's make it quick.
Both of my sons are in the house.
I'm in the room, actually. What are we talking about?
Kekino is not in the room. Kekino is spending time with Henry, so the two of them can have a conversation and be friends and brothers.
I know
I am here of my own free will. I can leave whenever I want. And I also get an allowance.
Henry's like, "How much?
You gonna
I
allow?
want an allowance."
Can I get an allowance?
Dad pays me in shiny rocks.
Okay, now we're getting back to the slave thing.
But I like the shiny rock.
Like Jules? No.
You want to see?
He doesn't let me carry a bag.
Kekino is allowed to carry a bag if he wants. He likes.
He doesn't
it
want to,
taking
it's
it now.
He
uncomfortable.
wants to be a bug house.
Yeah, okay, they're bonding in the next room. Kekino is helping ineffectively to wrap fragile objects,
Great.
but they're chatting. Okay, yeah, private conversation. That's
So
not
May
a
closes
hookup.
the door and turns around and you were both right. We need to get this thing out of me.
Oh.
May goes,
That's
I got that dog in me. And I want it out.
It's yapping like you wouldn't believe.
Yeah, it's how's it like how's it feel, May?
Oh, it's pretty shit. It feels pretty shit. it particularly felt quite shit when I was looking for ways to help resurrect you, and it was saying, "Oh, let's stop and look at this wall that has nothing to do with helping fish. Let's do that for hours at a time, potentially."
But you didn't listen to it. I know you didn't,
No,
because we're
no,
here.
I didn't. Yes, but in light of recent events, I think it's better that we get this thing out of me once we're not here. Because I can't imagine it will be a pleasant procedure, but
I
Yeah.
have the equipment, and I'll let Elise know. We'll work in one of my labs at the temple.
right.
And
I,
anything you need me, we'll get it done. We're getting that thing out of you.
I'm really grateful that you both put up with it, with me, for as long as you did.
We're not putting up with you. We're your friends. We love you.
You know what I
need
mean.
I need you to disclose exactly what happened between you and Jonas that ended with you without a scratch on you and Fish. You know. What did
do you mean? Sorry, Clitus, what are you talking about? When?
I mean, you both were in medical labs, and when we got you, you were fine. And when we found Fish, they were shredded.
Oh, I didn't make a deal with him. I know that sounds ridiculous, but I didn't make any deal with him then, at least.
Wait, so he just let you go without a scratch due to favoritism?
Did he offer you something? Because he offered me something.
No, he just said there was. He implied that there would be some mutual use in the future, and I'm sure you can understand at the time I wasn't particularly worried about how he felt about it. I just wanted to get out of there.
But what about the
He
death round?
left. Oh no, yes. Well, I didn't make a deal with Jonas for the death realm. I didn't want you to be worried, Collisionist. What he did, though, was stop the Bargus from killing me entirely. Sorry, I know I'm
I
not
understand.
the only deal.
Yeah.
Sorry, go on, Kat. Go on, Minnie.
No, you go.
The only actual deal I made with him was to do some research when we were at the Gorgon Library, to talk to some people in exchange for protecting you and Fish in the Remnant Room. And in exchange, he would also help me figure out what's going on with the house. I thought it was a long-term deal. It was not. But I didn't expect that any of this was going to happen with Fish. I really did think the Fish would be
fuck,
okay.
mate, it's not your fault. Nah. And look, this is what he does. He makes you feel like you're the one who's done all of the things wrong when you've only done some of the things wrong.
That's true. I rather sympathize with Henry for that reason.
So anything
I-
agreed to is over. You've both paid your ends.
I'm sure he'll disagree, but
Well, he's
I'm
gonna
not
fucking
particularly
have to suck
interested
shit
in working.
about it. Whatever it is he feels he's owed from you, we're not gonna hand it over.
And
I appreciate
Fish,
that.
there's nothing on your side?
No.
Well, the only thing then we have to worry about is Henry. And I know you're going to hate hearing this and you're not going to agree with me, but we cannot. This is a circle of trust between the three of us. I understand that we like to deal with lies and shadows and holding things back, but when it comes to Jonas, the three of us are going to have to be completely transparent from here on out. And that does mean not including Henry.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was your one command that I can't object to that you had over me as, your thrall. So I hope that you enjoyed, using it on there.
I mean, I am genuinely concerned. You don't feel any sort of zombie side effects. I can't be like, sit and you'll
No,
do
I'm
it.
good. I'm good. A little bit hungry, but like just for food.
Right.
It's almost like you're a Saint's collisionist.
Yeah,
That
it's
has
almost as
nothing to
if
do with that. This is
everything.
completely unrelated. No. Weird politics at a foreign temple has nothing to do with years of study and following Elise's rules. Or following Elise's lead.
Elisa's like, sorry, I was listening at the door and I heard my name. I think it's because she's a
Hello.
saint.
Saintess, your tea is here.
May says, while we're here in the circle of truth, laying our cards.
Are
While
you
you
two
were
fucking?
speaking.
Sorry.
I worked my way through all the documents that Oscar stole, and though I absolutely agree that I don't want to join us anymore, I do want to figure out what's going on. And she tells them everything about, these are all the connections I found. Like, they're selling something, something's being purchased, something big is going on. Kalua got in touch with me, while we were waiting around, and did ask for
Did
my
she
assistance.
now?
I have to wonder if
the
I have to wonder. This is connected somehow.
the abomination said it wanted to turn me into like what was the fucking thing it said? It was a very weird word.
A rotisserie
Um,
chicken.
Turn me into a
grow-
rotisserie shithead.
Chris does think about it seriously and goes, grotesquerie?
Oh, goes,
You-
oh, shit.
Would May know what the grotesquerie is? I'm sure I've asked.
That would be. I think she would get that because that's got some Faithless One's ancients connection.
Yeah,
I think
maybe
Cal
heard
probably knows
rumors
it
of it.
not super well,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
May
I
knows
knew
it less
of
than
it
that, but she's
vaguely.
heard the term.
Yeah. No, I do think knowing it at the level of rumors is probably the best you two can do, which is the
Yeah.
grotesquerie was some sort of biological super weapon from the war having to do with the Faceless Ones.
Okay.
Yeah, it wanted me to be one of those, but for it.
Right.
I don't understand how has he even managed to get this much work done in 2 years?
Years of planning. Just
Yes, I
sitting
suppose you have
there.
an awful long time to think.
Yep.
What would the grotesquerie have
Um,
to do with him getting to the Faceless Ones?
3 people who have read The Faceless Ones but probably wouldn't come to that conclusion sit there.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe he just wants to make a museum. Anyways.
Weird.
Fish goes, well, I don't have answers for that, but I do have extra bad news to add on to the rest of the bad news that we have. You guys ready to hear the bad news?
Oh, more bad news. Go on.
Yeah, I was fully dead. I was in the death realm, so I got to have a
See you,
peek at
neighbours.
what's happening. And yeah, he said hi, and to call him.
Cool.
But apart from that, it wasn't the only dog man I was seeing. in
We
fact-
also had a run.
Tinnitus. If Tinnitus is still there.
Oh, I actually don't know, but I don't think so. But there was, the Vargas that we've dealt with before, and
yes, we ran into the
1,
Vargas as
2,
well, but-
3, 4.
What?
Fucking, I didn't quite get a number there, but they're making new ones.
The making.
Yeah.
Cal's like putting her heads on her thing. She's like, do you guys have offers from any evil organizations that might be worth it? I don't really want to work with Jonas after all of this, but maybe there's some sort of evil entity that can give us protection, because I don't.
Some people would argue that's the sanctuary collisionist.
I mean, they're not very good at their jobs.
Well,
There is, though. I mean, I know this is a joke, but there are genuinely some other evil organizations. You could, try and you could try and convince the sanctuary. You could try to create like a necromancer super organization. Overthrow the other Americans and be the Elise of traditional necromancers in the United States. There is Mammon and Sons that offered to fund May's research, who Elise was just meeting with.
Yeah.
Cal looks at
There's
Fish and goes,
Maharu,
I mean,
Baidu, the house.
maybe you should consider contacting Ezekiel and seeing if Chantilly is willing to play the part, collect some reward money, get the society and the sanctuary off our back.
Yeah, but then we have a whole other medal that we need to rescue.
I mean,
'Cause
she
she's not gonna wanna
seems
stay.
competent. She could pretend
Alright.
to kill herself, or actually kill herself.
Okay, all right. I remember you don't like the reflections. Okay, I got it. Sure, I'll fucking make a call.
Alright.
I'm going to keep looking into the Maharu in the house. I think I've got a contact I can work.
All right. Well, you can all stay in the temple as long as you need, and we'll get everything all settled in. Go team.
Yeah, in the middle, guys.
Cal does
Put the hand down.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, go team.
I love you guys. I'm just going to put it out there.
Oh, May.
Cal remembers
Fish.
Cal remembers at this moment that May is now the second person she's ever said "I love you" to, and goes, "Oh no!"
Yeah.
The mortifying ordeal of.
Stone Cold Steve Austin, the guy in a dark glove I mistook for Stone Cold Steve Austin. Can May give me a wisdom saving throw with advantage?
Ooh.
Cal's casting Shadow Wave on you.
Cal's like, actually, bitch, I had it. So that was a 19 and a nat 20.
It's the remnant saying, "Take it back, bitch."
You
Yeah,
can feel. I didn't want to roll this until you're actually done with the conversation.
Oh no,
but
I'm not done. I haven't added the modifiers patch.
Oh, okay.
So that goes.
I think I might have lip read 21.
Yes, 21.
With this entire conversation, as soon as you were like, oh, this was my deal, your remnant went, don't do that, and is like clutching at you and trying to pull you away, to being like, we will trust each other and rely on each other, don't do that. And it's trying to, you feel like physical sickness at the idea of trusting your friends with your life. Over and over and over again, it is pushing you more and more to isolate, to not trust, and to get rid of these people. And more, as you are aware this is happening, it starts to feel other to you. Like an organ that starts to go bad. It was such a part of you as to be invisible, and now you can feel it almost all the time. And you know that you don't exactly know how yet. You gotta cut it out.
In retrospect, then May's been like, probably like holding at her chest and like looking vaguely woozy, I guess. And after the high five and the I love you, she's like, "Oh, you guys got to get this thing out of me."
We will.
We will.
You-
And then Collisionist is wearing a veil, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, Fish, puts a hand on May's shoulder, hand on Cal's shoulder. It's like, yeah, we got it. We're gonna do it. And Caligulus and looks at her for a second and then goes, "Oof," unflips the veil and then looks for maybe a second too long and goes, "Thank you for bringing me back. I love you guys too."
I have to end that eye contact. I love you guys.
Yeah. I love you.
Well, either of you tell me if you're not feeling all right, and yeah, of course.
Well, I'm pretty sure I ruined my relationship for no good.
I immediately like, no, this man does not deserve
He doesn't
you. Dinner's a piece of shit.
And Fish is like, yeah, probably.
Fish
Yeah, you
in the total
probably
opposite
did.
direction is like, yeah, no, I said he could, you should get him back, actually.
That it was
Oh.
totally your fault.
Meg can do so much better.
Oh, I fucking know she can, but it's also better to be the cooler one in the relationship. You gotta, you agree with me? Come on,
I wasn't aware you had experience with that Fish.
I do.
Cal crosses their arms and goes, I think Niello, and well, she's like, okay, well, I know Niello, Oscar, and Isle, and I don't think any of them pushed that point.
I'm cooler than Isle. Come on.
Isle can turn into a bear.
I didn't know you valued that.
More impressive magic than yours.
I just. Oh,
Is that why
okay.
you copied
More
Fishes then?
impressive.
Why
more
did you
impre-
copy Fishes? Maybe this is the moment. Sorry, what
This
was
is
that,
the mo-
May?
She goes, what are you talking about? I noticed that this was going to be a transition as I saying it, and I was like, I'm glad you picked up on that.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I saw you. You know the same darts that Fish use.
How would that be possible?
Different amounts of magic.
How would
How
that be
would that be
possible?
possible? I have no idea how that would be happening unless you were digging around in my soul real good, which you certainly never have done.
No, never.
No.
No, May, I'm pretty sure you must have imagined it, but in a I fucking know what you're talking about, girl.
But you've been under unimaginable stress. There was a lot going on. I think we were all seeing things in the
We
ruins.
have all been seeing things, that's for fucking sure.
We have been seeing things. It's true.
Mhm.
Yes.
On the other side of
Yeah.
the house, Henry nods and doesn't know why. We've been seeing things.
You're right, Caligulus. I famously passive.
Famously what?
I famously have a low passive perception.
Yeah. You're Delulu and hallucinating.
Yeah,
May
and
looks at
you
Fish.
weren't. Yeah, and she didn't this didn't happen. She didn't ask my soul to stay or anything.
Oh, that's news to me.
Cal goes,
and so so they look over at her and go, "What, you did?"
Cal flips her veil back down.
I think Caligulus has some measure of affection for you, Fish.
Oh
For
my
sure.
god!
Who would've
Carol,
thought?
God.
Everybody yell at me for letting Fish die.
Yell.
They would have given you a fucking medal, Denia. You know it.
Not a medal. A ribbon, perhaps. I don't know that you're worth a medal, Fish.
I don't know if I would have been able to replicate Kekano on my own.
Yeah, it was only for Kekano.
It was all
I
for
understand.
Kekano, yes.
I know what I'm here for. Guys.
Also,
Oh,
guys,
man.
I think Henry's trying to turn my son against me.
I was gonna say when
What do you
Fish
do
holds
with
up their
children?
hand. When Fish holds up their hands, sure. May missing fingers and grabs
Yeah.
their hand and is like, well, I'm gonna need to take a cast of this, if I'm going to be some stick fingers. What are you thinking? Gold? Maybe bone. That would be very cool. Collisionist, you could donate some bones, couldn't you?
I could.
Not yours.
Okay,
would
would
be
it be
my
s-
bones are
That would be
so
stupid.
would it be
Are we just
super
gonna have
gauche?
fish go full Yonthé?
Would it
Maybe.
be super gauche? And this is what they're saying: if to go different material for each finger.
Oh, like
Yes,
a different
that's
spell at each
tacky.
finger. I don't know. I like that.
No, come on. I'm gonna wear a glove over it, so like no one will be able to tell, even except for me and you guys. Also,
We could
I'm
cover
gonna
lots
need
of-
gloves.
Well,
I'll see
I'm
what I have.
I'm not a leather worker. I mean, I could make you some, but I think that's more Collisionist's domain. I'm talking about cool symbology on those fingers. Maybe you should ask your dad if there's any useful
Fish,
symbols he might want
fish
on
is
there.
like vibration function.
Yeah, vibration? Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah,
Should it
yeah.
talk? 3,000 RPM per minute?
I really got to bring you and see him to visit sometime. I think you could talk some really good shop.
I think as you're having this conversation, it occurs to you that Goaf would love to get in on making a prosthetic
yeah.
hand for fish.
That'd be sick. Potentially disastrous.
Isn't that the point?
One of your fingers is a flamethrower, and I don't remember which.
It
Be
changes.
careful.
Oh my god, ink. When May
Yeah.
levels up, she can put spells in.
Oh my fucking god! Yeah!
How could this happen to me?
Oh yes!
I made my mistake.
Yeah, May's like, I think I've had some spells and fingers. I'm sure we can work something out. Especially if we're going to be in
That's how you do Earth Ripple. Is the hand just vibrates so strongly, and then you touch it against the ground.
Fish already has
So
Earth
we have
Ripples,
to-
so imagine double doing
Oh,
Earth
yeah.
Ripples.
Yeah,
Mm.
you just do Earth Ripple constantly.
Yeah. It's my new thing, guys.
All right, we should see if they're done with packing. I want to get out of this
Can we
godforsaken.
talk about the
Saints
little
Forsaken Town.
porcelain angels? Can we talk about the porcelain angels? What is
They're
up
pretty
with
cute,
porcelain
right?
angels?
I think
What?
a couple of them are haunted.
What? Should we
Okay,
maybe tell
but-
him that?
Haunted with his grandmother, maybe? Because
Yeah,
he
no,
loved
there
her.
are ancestors in there. I don't think.
Oh,
there's any
good.
problem.
We'll just leave it as it is. You know, but do we tell him?
No,
probably
I think
not.
he'd be funny about
He's a
it.
little squeamish.
He is,
Yeah.
he is.
Ozzy is what he is. He's a good guy. Don't.
I think
don't knock
Fish is
him.
also like, was the one I broke haunted? Is that Ghost mad at me?
Oh, he definitely
Am I
is.
haunted now?
Oh, is she mad at me? Is the grandmother mad at me?
Fish, you have so many spirits that have already surrounded you.
What's one more to the pile?
Just reminding you guys, I got 15 minutes before I go to Mosey.
Yep.
Okay.
I was just gonna say, as you finish your talk and walk out, you find Elise on the couch with a sending stone. Oh, Mr. May, you're incorrigible. Yeah, of course. Uh-huh. I'll talk to you later. Oh, did you finish your secret meeting?
Yes.
If that's what you want to call it. Who are you speaking
Please.
to?
Oh, I was speaking to a representative of a new company that's interested in helping fund my church.
Great. Not
And is
interested.
that
Just walks out.
Above table or
I mean, we haven't gotten down to details, but yes, someone, it's someone looking to fund some of our research.
and you're not intending a romantic intention with this man?
We'll see where it goes.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Reverend Mother, sorry, I couldn't help but overhear. Was that
Sorry, you cut out, but I assume you said Mr. May.
yeah.
Yes, Mr. May of Mammon and Sons Financial Services.
He's quite the enterprising gentleman. He's agreed to fund some of my own research.
Oh, we could be
But don't
funding
worry, you'll have no
sisters.
competition from me. Winks.
Oh, I think we will. I think we'll be working in different areas, but if you compete with me, you're gonna lose. So
Is this like a joke? Talking, making a funny joke. Anyway, right. Yes. Anyway, I just it reminded me that I need to get in touch with him as well. What sort of research is he funding, if you don't mind me asking?
well, we chatted a little bit at Metal's, I suppose, not wedding, and I was telling him a little bit about some of our exploration research, and he was very interested in that, and was talking about potentially funding some of our future expeditions. And there was also a little bit of talk about some of the medical advances we've been making, but we haven't really gotten into details about that. So,
Well, I'd be fascinated to hear what you end up with.
of
Of
course.
course, if it's not confidential.
Well, I mean, it sort of depends if you want to help or not. There is actually a few things I would like to get your opinion on. Perhaps you're, an outdoorsy explorer type.
I certainly am. I mean, of course, once we've got this all sorted, let's do it.
All right.
Cut to the Always Sunny title card. May finds out that Alicia's a fucking lunatic.
Yeah, I mean, May is playing fucking jump rope with that already. She's just like,
but now she's really
oh,
gonna find out.
oh,
Yeah.
oh. Back and forth, back and forth.
Yeah.
Yes, the packing has been going well. Henry has enough stuff to come with Fish now, and Oscar is going to stay here to continue packing up. If everyone is
Cal's
ready,
like, so hi, sorry. How are you planning on getting to us?
well, I figured you would leave your phone number. Do sorcerers not have phones?
We got the storms.
I've given them sending stones, remember?
Yes, but how is he going to get from here in Denver to Canada?
I'll
Sorry,
okay.
Colorado.
Teleport.
Yet, and does Oscar know a teleporter?
Doesn't Elise? Sorry, Reverend Mother, I'm assuming that don't you have a...
I had my my wonderful little pet I was sharing with Callie, but he actually hasn't. He's disappeared a little bit. I haven't really
think
been able to
he's
get
under the
through
That
bottom
is
to
a
of the lake?
teleporter. That's what they do.
I think he's perhaps dead in a lake. Yeah, no, it's very strange. I've had to use more regular service now. Just
Ozzy,
so
we'll
everyone,
get you a teleporter.
just so everyone is clear, I have heard about teleporters. I wasn't sure they existed, but I have heard of them before.
And they exist, but they're not ridiculously, understandably expensive. Strong union presence.
None of them like me.
Well,
Maybe I will drive.
No, if you say that you're an ex of mine, you get a fucking discount.
Are we all just gonna drive? This is Ellie speaking. Are we actually just gonna drive with Oscar behind?
No,
No, we're leaving Oscar.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oscar is
Oh,
staying
okay,
back
sorry,
at his house.
misunderstood.
He is still like.
He's dealing
I
with
think
his tchotchkes.
I don't think Fish is getting this necessarily, but I think probably Cal and May are seeing a little bit of like, I'm gonna give some time for Henry and Fish to get to know each other, and that's very nice. But also that means Henry can call me and go, "This town fucking sucks. Don't move here. Look for somewhere else."
Yeah, good chat. Good chat.
Yeah, Oscar is very much taking his sweet time, and you actually see that he is
he's making some like little care packages of food that he says he might be dropping off to some of the civilians that got caught up in this. You know, he might try to like repair his community at least a little bit before he leaves. But yeah, May calls for a teleporter to meet you down the mountain, and then the only thing doing is getting out of town.
So Oscar's staying in his house. He's not like walking
Yep.
us out, right?
Yep.
Cal is gonna go.
Cal's thing first.
I was gonna say Cal wants to say goodbye to him.
From
Fish
one X
also.
to a future X.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fish is angling, and like if Cal comes up to be like, "I'm going to say goodbye to Oscar now," Fish is like, "Yeah, I'll stand here and listen."
Yeah. Cal is like, please stay careful. And there's going to be a lot of targets on your back.
I understand, but I am just an old accountant. What are they going to do?
Kill you. They will kill you. And if I'm not around, there's nothing I can do about that.
Yeah, fair enough. Collisionist, thank you for saving Henry.
Of course. And thank you for your
And
decisions.
You are good for fish.
You're so funny, Ozzy. Yeah.
Long pause.
Thank you for
Uh,
making him alive again.
What was it? Thank you
Fish-
for.
Thank you for making them alive again. And then he goes in for a little bit of a hug, although kind of slowly, like giving you the option to back off.
Cal, I don't think Cal lingers. I think it's a very, just like one of those, like, very, like, kind of like space between mostly arm hugs. But I think,
Yeah.
I think it is
Universally.
pretty fucking obvious to everyone that, like, Cal has probably warmed up to Oscar faster than anyone you've ever seen. She went, no, this one's good.
And Fish goes, "Aw," and like gives a one-armed around the shoulder hug to Oscar and gives him a kiss on the cheek as well. It's like, good seeing you, Ozzy.
Yes, it is nice to see you've grown, Fish. Thank you for coming.
Hmm. Thanks for having me. Thank you for looking after Henry.
He's a very special boy. Make
He
sure
is.
you appreciate him.
That's the plan. Anyway, see you in a couple days. It's not like it's forever.
Yeah,
Bye.
maybe.
Cal, like, this man is
May-
gonna die.
When May, I like to imagine it while you guys are having this conversation. Sorry, hang on.
They've come to take your stuff, Ellie.
They came to
Want
get
your
the plant.
plants.
No, I wish. May has been like packing her bag on the other side of the room, snatches this, but isn't really paying attention. Finishes packing, comes over to Oscar and gives him like the classic like clasping of the arm, like manly hug sort of deal, very like enthusiastic manly hug, and gives him several more noise stones and says, "You've got a long way to go. If you get in any trouble, don't forget to use these."
Thank you.
Anyway, I suppose we better head off.
Also, if I'm being honest, the town is overrun. You know, I could probably go grab a gun from somewhere.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
they won't be quite the same as mine.
You use a nice piece. You do some spins.
Yeah.
Yeah, as you say your goodbyes and start leaving, Elise gives a little wave, and then as you step out into the forest, she is like, "So he's gay, right? Such a shame."
And Fish goes, "What the fuck? What are you talking about? You insane woman.
I was just,
What? Just because people can't reproduce, they have no use to you? What is fucking wrong with you?"
that's not what I meant. I was just, he's very
Then
handsome.
what did you mean?
I was chatting with
I
him
wanted
on the
to
way
fuck you.
over.
Yeah, it's a shame for you. I'm sorry. I'll tell you, he's good. How's that? Does that help?
Ugh, Fish.
No, because now I missed out.
Henry's also like, oh no.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Henry's
we
like
both-
noticeably
your
walking
time.
way in front of you.
May join.
Henry's like, goodbye. Yeah, as you clear out of town, there's one last checkpoint to get out of here, manned again by the Western Rangers. Although there are definitely Cleaver backups at this like major checkpoint down the road. Um, Give me a group persuasion check, and I'll say it's with advantage for May.
Okay, I was gonna say I can pass without trace now.
If you want to sneak past, you certainly can. It's just kind of a risk reward thing.
Oh, thank you, Lord, for a good roll. 18.
So are we doing sneaky or are we doing persuading?
Let's
Group
do
persuasion. I've already rolled. I've decided for us.
Yeah,
sorry.
you did. 9 for me. That was not a criticism, by the way. I was just like, all right, let's go.
I'm boosting May's with Flash of Genius.
So what
Would
did
you
you
like
get?
an Eldritch Thread also?
Oh, sorry, a 9.
I'll
That
give
would be
I'll give
rather.
you a guidance too, and you get you get
you.
advantage, Ellie.
I know. I
Oh,
rolled with
damn.
advantage. I'm paying
Damn.
for my nat 20s this.
I'll give Fish I'll give Fish and Henry guidance too.
Yeah, 11 then. Wait.
Oh,
yes, 11.
and has anybody not used their threads yet?
No, pretty much they
I
all used
wish.
it immediately for their stealth.
Okay, well, with guidance, it becomes 19.
Fish has that like fresh glow of life look going on.
Yeah.
I'm so happy to be alive.
Yeah.
As you walk up, you are interrogated a little bit. You're all separated out, doing a short interview, and it only comes to pass that you are allowed through after one of them receives a call from the. Maybe the American Sanctuary, you're not sure, but somebody receives a call and a Cleaver comes over and speaks to the others, and you are allowed through. As you start hiking down the mountain, thinking about sneaking through these woods, running from monsters, and perhaps thinking, what if there's still monsters here? You get down the hill, feel the edges of this anti-teleportation circle start to fray, and then a teleporter waiting for you in the trees. As you teleport back to the temple, Henry teleports for the first time.
Barfs.
Fish warns him and is like, oh, you're gonna throw up. What?
Yeah. As Henry immediately runs off to some bushes, and Kekino is comforting him. They had a good talk. They were hanging out. You find yourself back at the temple. A lot of mysteries still to be solved, but Henry safe. Jonas defeated, maybe. He did get quite a lot. He did get quite a lot of what he wanted, but also had some setbacks. And you find people coming out of the temple to greet you. As Kekino comes over to Fish, and looks up at him and says, "Dad,
Yeah.
Can we have like a birthday party, but it's not for a birthday, it's for like you're alive again?"
Oh, a funeral.
Sure.
Yeah, you
Just
wanted to
Pal.
listen. So a funeral where
Did she
Fish can
actually
listen
say
to.
that?
Yeah, no. She goes, "Oh, a funeral, so you can listen to all of the things that people say about you and inflate your own
Okay.
ego."
Fish goes, yes. Yes.
Oh. Okay.
No, Kekano, don't worry about it. It'll be good. It'll be a happy occasion.
Okay, but it's like funerals are like for people who died. Oh, I guess that
But
does
I-
work then.
But I
Yeah,
did, hon.
yeah. I didn't like watching that. Dad brought up what was happening, and it was very censored. A lot of the screen was very blurry, but I did not enjoy that.
What? I'm sorry. You won't ever have to see something like that again.
Do you promise?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Dad, I'm glad you're alive.
I'm glad I'm alive too, Kekano. I love you, buddy.
I love you too, and I love Henry.
Yeah, no, what? Well, look, we shouldn't have had lunch before we left, but but it's all right, pal. I'll get you a glass of water. Someone get me a glass of water so I can give it to myself.
Doesn't Kekano just like vomit up water? I have
You can.
No,
Does anybody have a glass?
no, it's too much. It's too much vomit for one
not boy
situation.
water.
And with that, we will end today's session of Well Dressed Bones and the arc of Well Dressed Bones. Before next session, we will have a level up. Everybody gain your levels. We will start next session with Fish's funeral and the time skip.
Yay!
And
Yeah.
Jamal.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe you got to die.
You're so lucky. Okay. Goodbye.